Okay. You want to see more? I mean, he's normally like the guy lifting them through these tournaments. They've had to rely on Kron a lot through the group stage, but I do think if Fnatic is going to be more than just a playoff team, a true contender for a trophy, you need the peak out of Kayak. I think this is a great opportunity to start to prove that.
Oh, man. I'm excited for this one, guys, because these two teams, they've met so many times in the past, and on top of that, there's so much history between them. You know, like Mako and Boaster alone, you know, have so much.
You could have been in a coma for the past 5 years, and yet champs is still exactly the same. But we were speaking about the Mosquito. We spoke a lot about the Whaley. Flashback is having such a tournament.
I mean, you're arguing Kayak Rookie of the Year. If you look internationally, it could be Flashback.
Yes.
All right, well, while the ladies argue who's going to be Rookie of the Year, let's go ahead and send it over to your casters, because this matchup is as old as time itself. So I think we got to send it to some vets. Here's Pansy and Hypoc.
We also...
I did not like where he was going with that.
I feel like we're being called old here, and that's fine. In this context, it's okay. But Mike, okay, on paper, I look at this matchup and I see a 50-50, but then I look closer at the root and I start leaning towards DRX. Where are you sitting on this?
I mean, I'm kind of with you. Again, I think Fnatic have come to sort of done what's expected, but we haven't seen that sort of elevation that you'd expect with a team like Fnatic. I absolutely agree with Bayo on the desk. Alpha hasn't been as present as we've seen him obviously regionally this year as well. Kayak, again, cut a little bit of slack in that regard, but
I want more.
You need to see both of them firing on all pistons. It's a little bit concerning now to go up against DRX, who have looked formidable so far.
Yeah, I've enjoyed watching DRX, and I think a respectable game that they had up against NRG. Off to the races we go, and Boaster, the Guardian on B, denying any scale up from DRX, trying to play through the smoke, but he's not letting that happen all too easily. This would need something close to a miracle, and Alpha there will catch it in the end. A little lackluster approach there. Boaster, I mean, half lost on his seat, but certainly not in the server.
He's barely got dressed, and he's still dropping a beautiful opener here in the pistol. Again, beautiful read from Fnatic to have bodies in the right place, anticipating this. Explosive start here for Fnatic. DRX maybe just sending out a feeler or two.
Yeah, I'm not worried about DRX yet. I think as a start, felt a little bit red by Fnatic.
Again, just to build upon that, you see the veto, and you are probably a little bit worried. This has been a map that Fnatic have struggled with. I think, what, 5 different comps, last 6 or 7 appearances.
Now, Kayak is a name that, as you kind of alluded to there, that Bayer was discussing, Kuka on the desk. And I'm certainly with her. Yes, you can give him a little bit more leeway, but if you want to be Rook of the Year, you gotta be able to deliver in the big games, which is going to be something like this. Now, Fnatic under pressure on the site. Crashy's removal means that Kron has to play it forward. This man's been naughty so far. The DRX are firing back. It's a 2v2. HP a bit of a problem, but Kayak, you got to keep your composure here. They're already backpedaling away.
Yeah, able to slip away with the spike. Main down to just 30 HP, but Fring's still fairly healthy. Unable to actually pick up a weapon though, which will become an issue.
Compared to Alpha.
I was going to say Alpha fully invested here, so... Well, actually retrieving the weapon. Sorry, sitting on 2300 behind this.
But I quite like the positioning from Freeing. You have to try and make something happen for yourself here. If they sat in more standard, you're not going to get much out of it.
Yeah,
but
nobody's passing through window though.
No, which makes it, I don't want to say done for, but I guess the cam's going to be complementary. Kayak is low. It's just 2 classics we have to work with. First tap. See that reaction. Cam invested. Owl drone at the same time, but does get a tag.
Yeah, confirms that nobody's sticking this, but Kayak, again, he's almost got a 50-50. He has to commit to one or the other. Still not being stuck here. Might be caught off guard.
Freeing's position's fantastic. Putting all the attention down long, and Kayak,
he's got to give it up.
He's giving it up. He's got to walk. Kayak should have just scaled out of here, man. Like, what else are you going to do? He does take one with him, but what a turn from DRX there, Mike. That was brilliant from them.
So you say Kayak committing up towards Plat. Again, trying the line of sight on the wall. He's 20 HP. Again, maybe throw him on the diffuser, not Alpha. Really awkward situation unfolding here. Speaking of, Crashy's combo with Util here. Oh, that was a Chronicle.
God, that was so well done. A little bit of a lack of concentration, it felt, in a moment there, but still. credit to DRX for digging that deep. They only have six man.
It's awkward. The scope's in Kayak's hands, and Alpha's the one with the rifle, so I understand it. But again, seeing him split those angles where he can only commit to one or the other. DRX chuffed to pieces with that round 2.
Oh, I would be. Over the bloody moon, Kayak trying to be an instigator. But he's lost his co-conspirator in the form of Alpha and going to be noted on the cam. Very diligent from DRX, understanding that Fnatic would want to try and get under their skin somewhere in this round.
We cleared with the drone here, just to confirm the TP away. Fnatic now actually collapsing towards C. DRX yet to make a decision, but pings towards A long here and outside B. Might find themselves a wide open site here, Lauren.
Yeah, the way they're pathing now, I'm pretty happy with. Before then, got a little scared, but they're leaving plenty of time. It looks simplistic. No resistance to be found, as we can see where Fnatic currently stacked towards. And DRX, look at the post plant, they still have a man on those deeper lines, freeing that. Just making sure no one's slipping out too easily. He will have help as well. So double stacking up, which is always good. And that will turn his attention for maybe a second or two. Oh, the timing. But there's the follow-up. There's the support system in play. Really like that. Not taking too many risks here. As now, Crashies and Boaster really probably looking to give up to the spike.
Yeah, definitely. Want to give, especially after dropping round 2, any further progress away to DRX. Maybe going to try and get this, but eating a ton of damage there on the shot. Actually freeing.
Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Yoinks the rifle away. Be a clean up here, a flawless round from DRX. I think actually a couple of players going to be pretty close to their ultimates. I mean, actually Neural Theft going to be the closest here. Yeah, very well controlled from DRX, just waiting for Fnatic to potentially make a move with that one rifle that is carried across.
Bloody hell,
okay. That's an indicator of how he's shooting today.
Could be early operator for Kayak, though. Big investment here. An opportunity to make a stand, but they need to get a little bit of a grip. But again, Kayak historically has been very good with this operator.
Yeah.
And will hold him to the high standards that we have during regular season. Let's see if DRX are prepared for this. Already an early spot towards Crashies. But Kayak now getting curious.
The awareness as well. This smoke on bricks to scale up. Kind of mitigate that risk of an operator.
It's 3-2 split, though. He could be caught very dedicated to this. Depends on the timing of that TP away. He's got a couple more seconds to play with. That should be about. It's a missed shot. He has to rescind away. Does actually, no, it wasn't a missed shot. It was just a tag. Flashback is still alive.
How do they all connect? And again, I mean, actually retreating this. Marco's found the kill, though. He's found a second.
That's a belter from Marco finding Boaster like that. And now the HP differential is a problem. This is weak-willed from Fnatic, it felt like. That second layer of the hit coming out from DRX, that small pause, was just perfect. As Alpha now taking a walk in. Guardian, yes. Show me something here, Alpha. We've been waiting to see him come online, but he's being toyed with, spotted out, and that window pretty much shut at this point.
Yeah, maybe given an exit here to do some damage, but forced back now by the dart, and even some chip damage done. Yeah, actually taking a lot of damage from Marco. Up to 8 HP now, has to retreat away as soon as DRX get onto site. You can see instantly the flip of the switch where it feels like, yeah, Fnatic can keep them at bay with this operator. Maybe create a little bit of pressure, but Marco somehow...
Him just slipping up towards quad like that, and again, that second kill he got. The first, you're kind of like, okay, fair. The second, that's the site then pretty much open.
You can see just at the end there, a load of pings towards that position. I mean, again, the freebies into the smoke here, but this is beautiful for Marco.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Again,
like I said, if he's going to be shooting like that today.
They're going to need their boys online for Fnatic, right? You're not going to be getting away with just one. So far, Kayak, yeah, he's doing okay. Alpha, you look at it, Kron. Kron's been, to me, a saving grace for Fnatic to this point, having some big performances.
Is Kayak going to get spammed off on this angle as he's walking? Oh, nearly drifting onto the angle, but Alpha's actually going to tuck in here. Does have the turret for contact, but it's removed pretty early, and Chronicle's taken a load of damage here.
Yeah, instant. Alpha trying to make something out of nothing. Very good work from Alpha.
9 HP and 14 HP, though, to come out of that. It's as good as getting 2 kills there for Marco.
Trying to nip away. Kayak did try and find another opportunity to maybe chip at the DRX side. Gets warded off, so C-Site is on the cards. A little bit of a contact piece up, no one there to receive it. So Plant should be next in line. And we have to look at the retake potential for Fnatic. As much as, yes, Alpha did very well, he was one of the only really equipped players there is.
Walking mid is 2 here, though. It's going to pull Freeing's attention elsewhere. Neural defense, he might get caught off here.
Yeah, it's surrounded on all fronts. It's not really the best weapon to get as the upgrade either. I mean, it's doable. It's down to 3, but Flashback wants space back, and he's going to get it. Denying Chronicle any sort of pinch pressure coming in now can create a little bit of a crossfire on the fly towards Garage and makes this retake look near on impossible.
Yeah.
Right, you're starting to hear that time going. And the options, again, dwindle and dwindle and dwindle. They can try and lock DRX in here, but battling forward, they found a path.
Alpha now not even going to catch a glimpse of anybody on the retreat, so we'll give it up to the Spike. Kayak, probably desperate to try and find something else here, or at least die. We'll get the orb for it at the very last second.
Looks like they're on the receiving end of this one, Mike. I'd love to see a timeout here from Fnatic. They don't quite have a grip on this game, it feels like. And DRX have shown versatility so far, it feels.
Yeah. Even here. Well, unable to really get the ball rolling with round 2 being flipped. They've had the 1 buy round that, again, DRX are able to whittle out a strange round.
Sure.
It's like I said, getting the freebie in that smoke up on short towards A site. Again, it's Marco to really flip that on its head. So
that kind of implies that Chrome was aware of what they want to do with the kind of dive potential from the Waylay as well, right?
Yeah.
Pull the attention away. He's already looking at the smoke pre-fire. He's so close to it. So it shows that diligence is there. The prep and the awareness is certainly in play. But again, Marco just gives you 2 and suddenly, okay, well, what are we meant to do here? Because you got Hyunmin then fighting 2 backside, wins his duels. I'd like to see what the reaction is, but I think my faith in Fnatic got already shaken in playoff run up to this point. The group stage didn't completely correct it for me.
No.
So this is the first time I'm seeing a big test for Fnatic. This is the first time I see an equal opponent.
Again, you come out of a couple of days off and an ability to go in and say, look guys, what's not working for us? We really need to shift our focus here. But to then be brought out first game of the playoffs on a map that you have struggled the way they have, certainly a trial by fire.
Oh yeah.
Again, I feel fairly confident going to Ascent next, but certainly not if this is a blowout here on map 1.
Yeah, it could be a big blowout at this point, 4-1. Let's see. Timeout just hit. DRX, are you gonna do this to him? Map 1? Let it get a look in. I'm down for it. Pulled the rotations. They did have the players behind this, but didn't like some part of it.
Yeah, Freeing just in a position to maybe catch info towards B. Anybody pushing out from A. And still, I mean, heavy commitment towards the left side of the map here. Actually, Kayak on the hunt.
Yeah.
Alpha's about to swing out Garage as well.
They've taken a lot of map space here. And Kayak going for that quite early, I thought. Chip damage, so it does imply knowledge and a preemptive rotation. Does DRX then carry on headstrong? Because they've lost control of the back behind them.
I love this. Question marks across the map, and Fnatic have a dart to actually put that in motion, allow for potentially a spam on the mid walk.
Yeah, that's pretty. Big info, big ult though, and here comes the burst off the back. Does this work out? It does. Bane already denying Kayak, who had his ult, who was instrumental in this. Sight under control, smoke in place. You're looking at the flank next in line. Slow and steady progress, but Freeing is watching this, seeming very aware of the high chance it's happening. If Kayak's already walked this way, why wouldn't more? Keep your head down. Freeing cannot let up. Check on the cam to draw the attention, potentially trying to bait them in. And a straw!
What?
No way are you doing that, Freeing! That's not the first target, man! What the hell is that sort of shot?
He fully thought he killed Boaster there.
And he got back for seconds. That was won and lost on that. And show me Freeing again. Show me it all day long.
That
That's unnatural, man.
Filthy.
Oof.
Speaking of filthy, the combo as well is just beautiful to find an opening here with the Hunter's Fury.
Where you going?
Yeah.
Where you going?
I mean, it puts you in such a... because you commit forward as two and have the other members of Fnatic kind of locked outside already. Again, look at
this. There, look. Oh, he just couldn't get out of it as well. Oh.
This.
Yeah, he's dead. Oh.
That is just gross, man.
Oh, we got some aimers. Like, that's kind of bad on the first, because, like, he 100% thought he was dead.
Yeah.
100% just hits that flick. All right, fair enough. Breaks some money. Probably breaking the spirits, too, of Fnatic, because, again, that was after a timeout, right? That it looked quite good at the start. I liked what, you know, Kayak was trying to do with some mid-space there. Right place again, but not the right weapon. Just that Sheriff to play with. DRX pause. Again, it feels like they're very in control of the tempo of this game so far.
Definitely.
Happy to set that.
In terms of the finances as well, they know which rounds to slow things down. Again, Fnatic here on a broken buy. Alpha's on a Bucky. Chronicles held on to the rifle, and he's going hunting. He will be rewarded.
They've
looking for something else as well.
Yeah. And look, Kron, he's at least online here. And this has been the story of the tournament too. A great pickup and an opportunity to get some weaponry. But it's not like it's unguarded. It doesn't look like it's an easy route, but they want to try and take it. Spike is still down. DRX were really looking to try and work out their options on this map. Yes, committed towards A long, but not in totality. But this is the curious part. Do they expect it? You've still got a player on long. I don't think they've cleared. And DRX fully diligent on the way back up. There's no free weapons here. There's no free rounds here. And there's no free kills here. DRX making sure of that. Boaster, he's got a frenzy. I mean, he can't even handle a dart at this point. It's, Wonder Kid not looking so wonderful. Plant in, I've got to say it. DRX are in control and firmly. This is a statement too. You talk about a classic match. These two teams throughout history have had some real highs on this map.
Yeah, gone blow for blow as well. So to see DRX come out and put this sort of performance on early, and not just Haven, but the series overall.
And look at this post plant. They ain't giving him a thing.
The way this out potential to play off spam is still a paranoia to play off.
This is beautiful, beautiful layering on utility. It's frustrating for someone like Alpha who'd love a brawl. They're not going to give you one, man. You had your chance earlier. That's gone. This team is playing very, very high-quality Valorant, and I'm so happy to be seeing it.
Like I said earlier on, it feels like they are just whittling away at the mental of Fnatic. Yeah, again, it's not often. I mean, well, so we have started to see it more often, but Kayak struggling in situations like that, looking a little bleak in terms of the energy on stage as well for Fnatic. Trailing by 5 now. Boaster the one to pick up an operator. Kayak down to 6 HP.
Do we bring in Bogdan's Law if it's Boaster on the op? I don't know. It has been occasionally like a go-to thing, but can they handle this site hit? DRX are absolutely all-encompassing. There it is, dropping off the package and dipping. Crash is finally getting on the board though, taking away freeing. It's a little bit of stability, at least from that quad side, but this site is not secure. They're gonna send in the clone, pop flash to follow, but no pressure yet.
Good flashes, but he can't follow up on it. Crashies is just left.
Left to die.
Yeah.
There's no support coming. Look at these shots, man. Human's nuts. They are so locked into this. Go save.
I mean, yeah, Kayak's already on his way to C. Alpha's maybe interested in an exit, but all of this util sent through. Again, the clone, both flashes, and DRX are able to just wait it out and still claim Crashies. He's probably calling out for...
anything?
Yes, something. Yeah.
Please? It looked like Kayak was trying to give him some util, but that was it felt like the first opportunity to maybe hold some space.
Sure,
I don't know.
But all of that util sent towards back at default.
Site, yeah, it's not...
to deal with the people in hell, or graffiti, or...
Yeah. It'd be nice if someone tried to play him in, potentially, I guess, or play him out of there. Oh, this is...
Again, understandably, Fnatic scared of committing players ahead of the plant, but again, if that's the MO, then they've got to stop losing people one by one on the way into site. Again, it's Fnatic to call the second timeout.
And right now just sounding like a waylay ult, but you're right, double timeout first half.
I can't think of many situations where we've ever seen Fnatic call 2 timeouts in the same half.
And I said, this is the first tester for Fnatic, right? You look at the group stage, some fair opponents, but maybe not in the best form at times, didn't punish Fnatic for some of the things that we've been looking at.
Tested, sure, but not to the pedigree I think that DRX have demonstrated here in Paris.
Hands down. And you're seeing it here. Absolutely. This new game plan they have with the Waylay is working well, but it's not just a cheesy look, right? It's not just like a cheese comp. You can see the understanding behind it and how hard it is to deal with, right? That dive to it, the ability to, the second player in, to kind of gap close to it. Fnatic's consideration has not worked on this at all. If they came in with a game plan in mind of how to handle this comp, it has failed.
Yeah. Like I said, there's been a lot of switches, tweaks to how Fnatic wants to address, or I guess problem solve, their issue with Haven. Again, after dropping the ISO, like I said, I think it's 5 different comps in the last 7 appearances. I might have that wrong, but there's been 1 or 2 switches with basically every time I come out, up until Paris, to be honest. I think it's potentially a byproduct here in terms of the comfort that they are lacking. Again, like I said, a couple of people just seem to be doing 2 different things. There's 2 different approaches to how they're expecting the round to pan out. We'll deal with this turret nice and early. We'll draw smoke, but C site will be wide open.
Good again. Fnatic having to respect it. Oh my god. But what were you expecting to achieve with the Stinger trying to fight back site? It looks like frustration, which is weird because you don't see Fnatic in that position often. Flashback. This is audacious work. They have no idea. Oh, they just keep winning. Even in the trades, Crash is desperately trying to make the Stinger work. But Alpha, remind us who you are. Have a round. 3 players, and you know how good they are in these post plants. They're going to make you work for every bullet you put to a body. And he's giving it up. He's given this up already. They are, DRX are running rings around Fnatic. They are outclassing them on every single front, be it mechanical, be it strategic, be it mentally, be it prep. They are outdoing Fnatic categorically here.
Just in limbo now. You got to hope that timeout is going to at least amount to a couple more rounds here in the first half. Again, the fact that Flashback and Kayak don't spot each other here is just brutal. Again, that's just Kayak that falls from the wall bang off the back of the ping. Certainly see the frustration starting to show on Boaster's face.
And do we start having the conversation about having a quick loss against an arduous one for map 2? Because
yeah, I mean it's
1 to 8.
It's always a discussion, I think, here. Yeah, rip the band-aid off.
Get it done, but I do worry how that's going to affect them into Ascent. I'm happy to pause it, and we'll pick that up on Ascent, depending on how it looks. Hey, maybe Fnatic can turn things around. They've done it in the past. Different map, different time, different roster.
Doing a thing.
Well, this
Currently,
is,
right place.
I was going to say, this is the round that you'd hope the timeout would address something for them.
Goodman again, trying to set them up here. Flashback. Close enough by. No connection on this, but a force swing. Flashback removing Kron and that pit. Now we'll reveal the site. Alpha going to tuck into a corner and try and keep his head down, but Goodman seems aware that there's a chance someone slipped that net, found that timing. And they're exploring other options, right? You've seen that dark over towards A-Long. Kayak still watching the cross, though. And Kayak killing, freeing is big. That's the first time we're seeing kind of a pick on the extremity, a pick on that first initial sight hit. And Alpha, once again, is needed here. Crash is going to try and maybe bait him in a little bit, play him in if they see this. Maybe not. Absolutely not! Yunmin slicing through them like a hot knife through butter. Where is the resistance, Fnatic? That was the first time we've seen them look even vaguely into a round. Oh, okay. Kayak, gonna pop the ult. I guess I'll do it myself. Spots out one backside. Paranoia. Should be sent through. Double flash just to make sure, potentially, but he's still standing here. Handled. Marco down. Bane now the last one here. A shock dart and a reveal. Smoke on Spike. Holding this. Good timing. Oh my god. Has he got Boaster with it? He's got the reveal, certainly. Lovely shock dart.
He's got a combo.
Oh my god. Okay, he's back to the gun, but he's playing the timer. He's playing it like an absolute champ. It's sensational from DRX. A Red Bull clutch. And Fnatic look down and out here.
I thought he was going to fully hit the combo there.
Same. I was all aboard.
The Red Bull clutch.
And Kayak, I'm going to give him credit here.
Yeah,
he worked.
Absolutely,
worked
yeah, finds three.
It was on him.
Sticks to him.
I thought it might have been. I was like, how is he not LOSing that? But closest chance yet.
And again, now you get to the point you think, yeah, some of these are by such fine margins.
They look like they've seen a ghost.
Yeah, and again, I'm not going to surmise as to how the guys are feeling, but
timer's moving.
Right here, again, if Fnatic have struggled here and they have the awareness to say, yeah, it's been something that hasn't looked great for us, then almost this score, like, not justifiable, but
it reflects
it's an easier pill to swallow.
Yep. And maybe they can.
I'm clutching at straws here, again. Like,
I'm with you on that. But again, this will be a test of mental, though. If you're Fnatic, because this is you feel like you are not in this game. Your stars aren't shining, your plans aren't working, and it's a bad map. But hey, welcome to high-end Valorant. There's good teams here. They've got great map pools. And already Flashback denies Alpha even a look into the round. So it will be a test of the mental, but for now, for DRX, it is going to be everything feeling great. Long does get taken. First time we're seeing them really vie for that deeper control. Quite like that from Crashes, only with a stinger though. So a bit tougher. Freeze up the rotations. Not a bad shout necessarily. This is, again, a semi-decent read on this. Now, yeah, with Neon's wall going over towards B, they've had to pull a player away, and the ruse has worked.
Yeah. We'll draw the bodies of Fnatic. Again, DRX have just been able to find the space in every sort of round like this. And that's the frustrating thing. Sure, you can take these sort of coin flip commitments ahead of a site hit, but the fact that DRX have, well, yeah, seemingly had so much freedom in some of these rounds is you just never get that versus Fnatic.
No, you don't. They are making Fnatic look pretty amateur in this one. And look,
they're making them look lost.
Yes, which is a rarity, right? Like, this is a rare moment. Remember it, 10-1. And look, it feels like it's in the DNA of DRX to be good at those site hits, those creative executions, how well drilled they are. We've seen it in every aspect. Even at a scoreline like this, they are crossing the T's and dotting the I's. There is no taking their foot off that gas pedal. They are absolutely picture perfect in how they're playing this.
We are potentially looking at a map where Alpha might finish double negative. Now, I'm going to need a stat check on this, but I want to say that's got to be like one of, if not the only times we've seen that at a global.
Yeah, it is not a common
occurrence. Bear in mind, he's only died 6 times in 12 rounds. 11, sorry.
Flashback. Yeah, it's just lovely watching these guys play. It's an absolute treat. As Kayak is once again left out in the cold. Plants in. Nice timing for the lockdown, though. Will force the hand slightly.
Force the retreat for sure, but again, Flashback hangs around. He's caught Boaster ahead of it. Going to be able to get out here. He'll be detained, but he's safe.
He's safe. He's found security. He might get hunted down, but there's still players by window looking to punish his position. They try and swing, and they do. Yeah, Alpha and Crash is trying to do something, but it's a 3v2 here already. Bane, Kyunmin does go down. This is better. This is much better. Hold on. They need to get to work on that spike. Still a shock dart to play, but you can see that he's not on. We've still got time to play with. Oh, Alpha! Heroics! Heroics at the final hurdle! And just enough time to claw it back. Did he hear you talking smack?
He must have heard me. Absolute heroics from Alpha to find just a second. Look how crispy that first shot is.
God, but it took that level of elevation to get Fnatic their second. This is the first half. Let's find out how quick the second is. So, back with the Coinbase Econ report here. I can imagine it's probably not going to highlight a Fnatic player, but you know what? Who knows? Mystery.
One team's had a lot of money to spend that half.
Very, very true.
Yeah.
And honestly, you could have picked any player here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, there doesn't seem to be a single person not locked in today for DRX. They just look, I mean, I said before this map even started, they look phenomenal. They've even gone far and above that just now in that first half. I mean, barring Beetlejuice round from Alpha to close out the first half. Like,
your curse is strong. Like that's
top shelf curse.
Right no, it's wild you've not brought that in prior to now. As obviously Fnatic's
Fnatic will be thanking me.
Yeah, mate. You're getting a bonus after that one. But 2 rounds is all they got.
Yeah.
And one of those was at the very start, and one at the very end. At least very symmetrical.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's nice of them.
Yeah,
keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Do you think they need a pistol round?
I think they, yeah. I think they bloody do.
Well, I don't think the DRX would like that to happen. Flashback is already down. What was that from Marco? What the hell? He's just got smacked. They got some gunners on DRX.
I was going to say now, Fnatic are kind of like, well, okay.
Sick.
I mean, the fact as well that Flashback's able to get away from that. You see both duelists here positioned towards B. They are ready to fight to the death on the back of contact here.
Now, look, I've already run one guillotine line here in France, but that does look like one if these two mid-swing. Oh! Alpha? Alpha! Okay, maybe there's a fire under this man! The Wonder Kid! Give him Fnatic probably their third. Freeing, not gonna have a look in here. Is he back?
I think he might be back. What a way to end the first half. And by the way, DRX who have looked fantastic. They've looked Fnatic. I'd hope not at this scoreline, but have looked fantastic at playing off each other.
Here we
these
go.
Tiny synergies.
I hope we don't lose the Eco.
Don't lose Eco.
There's curse in the air, mate. I wouldn't be saying that, Scott.
Oh, you think he's...
All I'm saying.
Michael.
All I'm saying.
Michael, don't say that. It didn't happen in the first, right? So it'd be fine.
It's just classics.
Just classics.
Which we know EMEA have been fantastic at dealing with this year.
Oh, some of the best, I'd say. I know I'm meant to be casting the rounds, but I'm just nervous now.
I'm
waiting for it to go wrong.
Yeah.
It's like Final Destination. What truck with a load of logs in the back is... Oh, God, is this it? Is this a truck? No, it's fine. Crashies.
I mean, if Fnatic can slow down the game and win out rounds like this to kick off the second half, there's always a chance.
Are you saying Fnatic are playing slow? Running the clock? A little late?
Which, to be honest, I mean, here in Paris, they've looked a little more eager. If they revert back to some of the more anxiety instilling rounds. Okay, there we go. Closer down to 21, but still 5 standing here.
It was slightly like a horror game where you're just like clearing corners and there's just a player waiting with a classic bounding at you, but plants in.
30 seconds left.
And yeah, I do agree with the kind of pace conversation around Fnatic, but it does feel like they're just occasionally gear shifting up. Like it just feels like they have a little bit more versatility in it. At this point, minimal threat to the round. My curse isn't very strong. So it should be somewhat already an expected outcome here.
Alpha going to go forwards and hunt a little more. Chronicle's going to fall.
What have I done?
Means found one. I mean, yeah, there's just no way.
No.
There's no way.
No way.
You don't want to see, I was going to say, Kayak falling would be a bit of a disaster.
How much damage is on that spike? Not too much, right? We're all good. We're all good.
Crashies and Kayak make away with rifles.
Yes.
3 standing, so again, we'll at least soften the blow in terms of this purchase. But again, yeah, well, yeah, losing a Guardian in the fray. Again, some situations where you don't often see Fnatic getting caught off guard.
Let's go.
Okay, well look, there's very few teams who've pulled off this degree of turnaround. Fnatic is one of them. Do I see it here? I'm going to be honest, no. But I'm happy to be wrong in this scenario if they have the capability. DRX now on a purchase. As Fnatic coming in with a very well-rounded buy, barring Kron, only on the Ghost.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 light shields on the side of DRX, so a chance for Kayak to do some damage here. They're not going to spot anything. I think Alpha probably was close enough to hear that trip as well. So whether or not they're going to try and find something else on the map, and just wait for Alpha to deal with that trip a bit later on in the round. Or did he? Was he close enough? I think he definitely is now. On that side of the archway, he definitely is.
He's cutting through. Someone's pinging out something towards B at least, so it does feel like they're trying to figure it out. Guard goes towards A, but I'm pretty sure they can see ahead of this by being here towards sewer, so got to keep your eyes towards flashback. TP in, and Hyunmin's here as well. Boaster is secure for a second, but flashback able to navigate past him. Not going to catch him. Boaster on the follow-up. They're dealing with this one now. Not feeling like a secure plant yet. Okay, now with the spike down, can they get away? 3 of them do, leaving just Boaster on the site.
Position here, actually going to back away. He's able to play his life freeing. Still in garage though, he's going to find Kayak.
That's a threat. There's still 3 more to clear. Probably going to get the Outlaw, so he does at least get some sort of weapon in the hand. Time's becoming a bit of a concern here. Going to try and get the first half here. No utility to really lean upon. Boaster takes away freeing, but now the timer's starting to become a bigger issue. Another tap, but a great catch. As now Marco's options become 0. Time to back away. It's up to 5. They've converted a heavily invested bonus, but a bonus nevertheless.
Get removed 4 of the weapons as well. Here comes DRX. Well navigated it again. This is the sort of round that we've seen Fnatic kind of fumble, where they leave things very late. You saw there, 23 seconds still.
Yeah.
Again, the biggest criticism has been relying on the information so heavily, and you know, things like putting Alpha the other side of the wall to this trip and saying, right, let's capitalize on that. Wait for him to deal with it at the right time, pull a rotation, and then pounce, you know, with 12 seconds left on the clock.
All right.
And the issue being Ascent is next, and that's been their trademark Ascent approach.
Yep.
But still, just 5 separating these teams now.
Oh, the trap! If it was anyone else, they would have been caught in that.
They would appeal away from this, though. Sheriffs for Bane and Hyunmin. So, still threatened this round. Fnatic now starting to demonstrate their ability to troubleshoot. But it's very cautious. Again, I'm concerned if DRX switch the pace up and take the fight to them in the next couple of rounds.
I agree, and Kayak caught it.
Isolated, yeah.
No man's land, no way out of that. Ooh, Bane, I thought he was on the money for this. Now he's got friends here. Alpha put to challenge. He's like, anyone else going to help me, or am I now solo working this against 2 potentially? 35 seconds. Fnatic, you know I get nervous about this, but they still got util to play and still got the paranoia, the dark. Lots of bits to play with. A flashback is locked in, played in the right place, and he doesn't have any fear when it comes to Alpha. Putting him on his toes, 20 seconds now. Barrel now seen. Pre-fire and a shock dart swing from back sight. This is great. DRX looking deadly, but Alpha breaks in. 13 seconds, but down to just 1 man. 10 seconds and a bit of a dream. He's fighting for it though. As DRX, can they do this free?
Oh my God.
Attack is not enough to put down Alpha. You need more than that to take down this man. A Red Bull clutch to save Fnatic again! How many times, Mike?
Dude.
How many times?
It's just insane.
Because DRX did everything right.
They absolutely did, but at the end of the day, it's still Alpha on the other side of this equation. Fnatic have 6 rounds, 3 of them have been on the back of Alpha's heroics.
A saviour for the side, as DRX being held on 10 for a little too long. Pump the brakes. It was Fnatic who burned both their timeouts in that first half, so actually a valuable time for them to check in here. But as it stands, they've got the right approach, be it, hey, bank on Alpha, I guess. But still, up until this point, they've been doing everything right. So DRX, do you think they're going to get a shift? They've got options.
I mean, a pace change would make sense at this point, but it's got to be concerning to have dropped the last 4 and to have somebody on the field like Alpha doing what he's doing.
What was
again,
it?
DRX are making fantastic decisions.
Yes, it's just that final hurdle, right? It's just that final step.
Alpha was sat at 3 and 6, I think, in round 11 of the first half.
15 to 8.
15 to 8. Quite a turnaround.
Yep. There's very few times you can really chalk it up to a singular person's performance. Here, you kind of can.
Well, again, somebody who has been pivotal to this organization's success over, well, the last few years in general, to still be able to deliver like this. Is that enough to spur the rest of them on? Get them back in it. You can see after that round as well, the celebration was, come on boys, everyone.
It's in my head. Obviously, logically, you doubt it. But then you keep seeing it. And then you see the scoreline go from 2 to 10 to 6 to 10. And part of you has to believe in it. But DRX have been so close every time, so right, so often. Wonder Kid himself. A bit of a reminder of who he is and what he can do.
Switch up from Fnatic though, here much quicker.
That's a lovely paranoia. That's a lovely paranoia! Kron caught a little asleep at that. Very rare you see him eyes off the prize, and respect given here. Not going to try and stick around too long. DRX will evacuate the site.
Going to be here to pressure the plant pretty quickly though. Both has got to be careful because this Heaven Smoke's about to drop.
Playing close on CT. 5v4 retake. Operator going to make that a little tougher. Maybe use it as a tip of the spear, but Kayak just completely evading this one. Human trying to get that gap.
Oh my
it's a lovely concept for the backline holds this time. Fnatic again. Slowly but surely bringing us back 7 rounds now to their name. They're making me a bit of a believer now.
It's such a fantastic approach. Come out of the timeout, have a lockdown to give you a free sight from the risk of these awkward engagements. Here's Kayaks actually going to find the fourth, remove the operator as well. Salt in the wounds of DRX, who now only have a 3-round cushion.
Kayak kicks in as well. You get the 1-2 combo, a little 1-2 punch. That ain't a bad shot.
Not losing today, boys. We are not losing this. We have this, boys. I swear to you. I know everything they're doing.
There's the words from the captain. We know everything they're doing. We're not losing this.
Time out.
And he's putting in a shift if he pulls this one back. I know people will always have their thoughts about Boaster and his performance, but as a leader of this team, can't really doubt it.
Especially considering the first half, they were just getting dominated in the mid-round.
It wasn't even close.
To be able to completely flip the script here. Careful for Alpha, though. Bucky on the other side of the doors. Obviously, DRX coming into this with a lesser purchase.
Don't miss me too much.
Fnatic will spread this default to try and deal with it.
Ooh. Alpha. And he gets the tag on Hyunmin. How dare you mess with my turret. And now Bucky is noted. They still want to clear through this way. Lovely paranoia forces them off. And now they're somewhat cornered. Spotted before the cage went up, but 35 seconds. Come on now, Fnatic. I know we get a little late on the time, but this is fine now. Still good to scale in. Hyunmin is here. Freeing is here. Alpha Round by round and step by step, they're doing it right. Another gap closed as Fnatic now knocking on the door. 8 rounds.
Said we need to see Alpha activate today. Kayak as well. Both now seem to be able to get themselves online here on Haven. Just 2 left to find it. Flawless in round 18. To add to that snowball. Again, that timeline is just wild to look at.
But DRX is a big round. Lovely purchase, a lot of ults as well.
Yeah.
This, if Fnatic can cross this hurdle, this is one of those snowball rounds, right? This is the one that you pay attention to. One away from Hyunmin's ult as well. Early info. Quan looking to try and secure this, but Hyunmin digs deeper. Finds him, traded. Kayak on the kill. Control over A long. It's being scrambled for, but I think Fnatic have it for now.
Decent trade. First time you see DRX really put something in motion to take the fight forwards.
Cover going out.
And not as invested as maybe would have hoped with how these rounds have panned out, but Fnatic only really lose the use of this wall. Bane and Marco still here on A site.
Now, so just with those trips still in play, not over-rotating yet, and actually, if anything, that could cause them a couple of issues here. Kayak clearing the path all the way through and going up towards Heaven. He's going to keep these 2 players busy from A. Be the thorn in the side, the dagger in the back, but freeing! Takes away Boast with the plants in. It was traded. DRX quick to this now. Still have ults. Speaking of ults, Crashes has his. It's a secure. It's a safety net. And look who's going hunting. Alpha popping up towards window. Bane's going to find Crashes, but Alpha is here again. Attention drawn. The executioner himself, the killer himself. The man of the moment falls. It's a 1v1. Kayak up against Marco. But the time is on Fnatic's side. A tap of the spike in Kayak, looking to make sure Marco! Calm under pressure, denying Fnatic and pushing up to 11.
And Kayak's able to create so much chaos in the backlines, but takes the TP away. Issue being they're still able to punish the plant. That's about the only redeeming factor because it draws out the Hunter's Fury so early on in this post plant because Fnatic don't have something else. The 2 first options, the 2 plan A's here were Boaster and Kayak.
Frustration on Alpha there. He's putting a lot of pressure on his shoulders. I mean, he could have had more potentially, but it's fine. You can't be expected to do that every round. But 8 to 11, this will be heartbreak. It gets taken away from them now, but for DRX, it's a breath of fresh air. The game that felt so secure was getting shaky.
And the crazy thing is, it only took 1 ultimate out from DRX, and now they have everything else available.
Still not perfect though, Mike. We've got Light Shield,
no, gaps,
we've got Bulldogs.
Gaps for sure.
Didn't really deal with these beforehand. Still presence shown over towards 8. Keeping 3 players present. Alpha taking a walk. Flashback called in. Operator waiting, posted. 3 players around that corner. It's Alpha to take away the support. Flashback is very alone here. They are coming from left, right, and center. He is in trouble. I don't know if he gets out. He doesn't. Fnatic's timing was perfect. Crunching towards the site, catching him just unawares. As the plant's now in, these 3 probably want to hit that save.
Yeah, definitely. At this point, not going to be able to retrieve the operator. I mean, this is just... It's so crazy. The fact that Chronicle's still jump peeking just in case. Like you said, the timing is absolute perfection from Fnatic. Get themselves into a position now. Again, flashback 1400, freeing. So on 200 behind this, so going to struggle as well because Flashback actually popped his ult here.
Yes, he
did. Something to use in a lesser purchase to follow this.
Because the other 3 aren't as instrumental. Yes, Hyunmin's, I guess you could work with. You can make something out of it, but the others aren't like an instigator.
Yeah, I mean, you either want to be comboing it as you saw DRX in the first half, or at least having rifles to complement it.
Okay. Bit of a standoff at the end there. 9-11 now. Scoreline closer and closer. And there it was, that shot. Oh. And flashback, it feels almost unfortunate, there's so many, but he kind of put himself in the corner.
Yeah, the reaction was just like, oh, well, he's hit me mid-slide. And I popped my ult.
Oh. Breath of fresh air, that window's closed. 9-11.
Time to jump.
Can Fnatic hit double digits after only having 2 rounds on that first half? The Skyak fancies a go towards long here. First priority for him.
Drop the spike.
Again, really haven't seen much from DRX in terms of taking the initiative. Again, I know the finances have been a concern with how dominant Fnatic have been in the second half.
They had options, they had rounds to do that in, but...
You'd certainly think with such a contrast in the first half that they'd maybe lean into that a little bit. Somehow, Boaster's taken a ton of damage. Maybe from a wallbang or something, but
could be.
Down to 19 HP already. I think Fnatic were almost anticipating DRX making a move.
It feels like a logical option, doesn't it? But control displayed from Kayak and desperation from Marco. Luckily enough, Bane's there to be able to pick up the rifle. Dart towards long reveals nothing else.
A little bit of misdirection from Boaster.
He's on 19 HP. If that's what he can do for the round, perfect.
30 seconds left.
They are trying to clear through. Fake towards B as well. All of this, I mean,
out the ultimate.
This is really well done for Fnatic. In the minds of DRX, but the rifle still stand until then. Starting to fall now, one by one. Hyunmin goes down. It's 13 seconds, plenty of time for the plant. And they are up to double digits. It was 2 at the half. I can't stress it enough.
What a way to bounce back.
I
mean, in true Fnatic fashion.
Yeah, I'm absolutely stunned, man. Because it was not a nice first half.
No.
It was not. I think anyone with a pair of eyes will tell you it was rough watching.
I mean, I was fighting every single atom in my body. Say, well, you can never count them out. Remember, you can never count them. But like, that first half, I was like,
Alpha wasn't there the first half. He's on 21-11. 21 kills, by the way.
Oh, Bane's going to get caught here.
Yeah, there's no escaping that, man. This is something different.
A casual glance from Crashies.
Got a dirty side eye, too.
Yeah, bombastic.
You could say. This is...
It's all right. You're allowed a couple now.
10-11.
He's 21-11 now, by the way.
After being, what was it, 3-6?
Yeah.
Cool. Cool, reasonable things. DRX, the disaster starts in this round, truly. You could forgive all the rounds up until this point, until they tie up all even. And you're the team who let them get back into a game like this after one of the most commanding first halves we've ever seen. On your choice of map as well.
I mean, I'm getting a little more critical now of DRX, but look at the buy. If you're losing rounds like this and you're forcing people to save, just wait out another round. You've got such a buffer. And we're in a situation now, round 22, and we've got 2 people on a Guardian. In what feels like a must-win for them.
Pressure starting to mount for themselves. I think they're feeling it too, just desperation clutching at this. And keep an eye on where the spike is and where we're seeing this contact potentially be made. Alpha could have a little jump spot on this. Might just cross over with that wall up.
Yeah, 3 going to get tucked into sewers here.
Flashback again could be caught pinched in a horrible predicament. Or he gets freedom on long, or he drops the play with the spike. It's... that's rough too. He's got a corner. He had a corner.
30 seconds left.
This is going to expire before...
Oh,
Spike down.
I mean, a 1-for-1 trade, they'll take that if they're Fnatic. That site on a platter now. Plant with the pick going up. Bane's fancying a go. Did you forget who you're playing? Fnatic will be watching that.
Crashies is on the most disgusting lurk, by the way.
Oh, that's filthy. That's filthy. Crashies. What? Crashies. He's not even letting them get to next round. He's sending them there himself. Oh, it's just foul business. Kayak closing it out. We are tied up 11-11. And I think rather than making wishes, DRX are praying for miracles right now. This is an unprecedented scoreline. I can't believe what we're seeing.
I mean, they're broke as well. Like, I just... Again, we always talk about snowball rounds, and you know, you're that far ahead, and you wait for the stars to align. But Fnatic again capitalize on a must-win for them to almost, what feels like, seal the deal on this comeback and map win. They have locked down into a pit where you don't get a chance to fight for the site.
Stunned, simply stunned. And the buy, Mike, you were saying it. They've been desperate in these rounds. Guardians, odds and ends, and scrambling together what they could. They've got Stingers, Sheriffs. Marshall thrown into the mix. And no big ults to bank on.
Well, again, you look to the next. Not going to be there for a flashback. Potentially Bane, but certainly not Hyun Min.
The fact that
we're maybe looking at Kayak and Crashies having theirs for round 24.
The thing in my mind is that the first time really Fnatic going to take a potential lead here is going into the 24th round. That's the time in which it took. Not there yet, but we're damn close. Plant in. And already Kayak's going to claim one. Maybe just a shot through smoke. Spamming it, why wouldn't you? Still got support on site. And no one's giving you anything.
No. Fnatic are begging DRX to challenge these early angles, to take these fights.
Okay, flashback is going to do well to find Boaster, remove him, but there's a long and arduous task yet of trying to break the back line. And Fnatic will not step down from this. Flashback desperately trying. But that 12, it's going to be locked in. Crashies ensuring it. Kayak putting life on the line for it. And you can hear it now. The timer of the spike, the kill from Crashies. Fnatic in the 12th hour, taking the lead.
About the only saving grace here is Fnatic throw the Hunter's Fury in. Thank God for that. It doesn't give them an opportunity to rely on, you know, a slow post plant. Whittle away another round the way they have this first map in general.
I guess both teams need what? A 10-2 half? Mike.
It's like we played two different maps.
With potentially two different teams?
Yeah.
Because we've cast a lot of this sort of quality Valorant, right? High-level Valorant. We've done a few of these. These teams have played a few of these.
Yeah, well,
I ain't
it's
seen
like
this.
DRX came out at half-time and woke up in 2023 and were just like, oh, well, we're gonna play like 2 years ago. Different roster altogether, but again, it's just completely playing them out of themselves out of some of these rounds has been baffling to watch. Like, genuinely baffling. That's not to detract away from what Fnatic have achieved here on Haven, but finally we're in a position where everybody's got the gun they should have.
It took a few rounds to get there.
There's still gaps. I mean, Bane's on a light shield.
Are they going for a C first? Pacing? Fnatic? Kayak's got ult. Turn up the tempo for the final round? Who knows? Wow.
One of the best maps to send a double duelist comp forwards on the defense. The DRX have been terrified to do so. Kayak's found a wide open sight.
Spots out one backside, and he's confident, right? And why wouldn't you be after this string of rounds you've had? Willing to posture up, one going to come in. Nothing to deny from the other side. DRX do have flashback with his ult. They will have util for this retake. Alpha disconnected from the rest, playing deeper by garage door. Maybe waiting for that late mid presence. Hit that lurk, but needs to depend on his boys to hold this site down if they want to close in regulation. DRX, it's got to be now or it's going to be never on this map. Time to go. Human going to try and lead the pack forward. Anyone there to trade in? No! Fnatic putting up the brick wall of resilience! 13 to 11! An unthinkable day.
Nice, boys. We are not losing today, boys. We are not losing this.
The monster's here!
We have this, boys. I swear to you. I know everything they're doing.
Oh, he's alive!
Hey! Come on, this is what we get paid the big bucks.
In the world to smile.
I thought we were out of the woods with the DRX crumble. If you were viewing at the beginning of the year, you watched Bangkok. This is what happened. They had a great read. They had a great start to their year. They crumbled. But now we're into the Agent Select for their chance at redemption here on Ascent.
Oh, absolutely love it. We still had not seen what DRX had cooked here on Ascent with this Mosquito comp that we're speaking about. And apparently they're quadrupling down. This is their new identity. This is going to be the core for the entirety of champs.
They just swap out.
Everybody's ready, apparently.
2 agents or so.
They do have some of the same concerns as their defense on Haven. This is not a comp that is particularly strong at like hard anchoring. You have the Vice and the Omen, who you can flood into with the Duelists, but I don't want to see a DRX who's playing set retake every round like they did last map.
To me, the difference has to be Flashback. He has been the difference maker in previous matches, and now that he's on the Yoru and not on the Neon, that duel, that operator, I want to see it shine, especially with them starting on the defense, because we just saw a G2 versus Paper X that was all based on the attack. I need some clean Ascent.
Yeah, no, we saw a very, very strong start for Flashback in the Haven game, where pretty much everyone was comparable stats-wise, but then when you go into that defensive side, he was shut out completely.
Yeah.
So that has to be demoralizing for him as he gets ready to have to deal with Fnatic and also needing to play this Yoru in this comp.
Fnatic couldn't feel better right now, though. Alpha especially, what a stellar second half to bring his team back into this. Oftentimes when you see comebacks like this, it's a stomp in the second map. DRX, this is going to be a huge test of the mental for a team with a lot of young, new players to this level of competition.
All right, folks. This is it for DRX. Can they hold it together and force that map 3? Let's send it back over to Pansy and Hypoc for the call.
And yeah, I kind of like how Mimi wrapped that desk up as well. As much as, yes, we can talk about the new composition and everything, this has got to be a mental aspect.
Oh, yeah, it's almost, I don't want to say it's almost irrelevant, but to then come into map 2, be running a double duelist again on a map like Ascent, where teams, especially, well, if I don't include Fnatic in the discussion, teams are able to slow things down effectively with some of these util heavier compositions, but the anchoring is going to be a real concern. I mean, I want to come back to some of those rounds in the second half of Haven where it's just like you expect a composition like that to go forwards, but they just weren't getting isolated duels. They weren't able to get either of their duelists into a situation where they can really have input on the round.
Well, 3 sheriffs to start with. Go have a biff in middle, I guess. Because for me, DRX need to feel like they can have a say in these rounds. They've been absolutely under the heel of Fnatic from that last map. Start, head high. Gotta say, the man that will be drawing my eye here will be Alpha. Obviously, Kayak will join that conversation. As kind of know what to expect here to an extent. It's, are DRX prepared to deal with this? Now, the thing I was discussing in the green room before, I think DRX could be a team to understand how Fnatic play this map, but that didn't take into account map 1. We'll see here. Already, no surprises where Fnatic currently reside.
And slowed down even. In terms of the rotation, it's only an extra body in market here. Breeing's isolated. Vayne has found a response. Fnatic have at least got in the front door here.
It was a little bit laboured on that, and actually it's allowed the cross towards the site. Plant should be next on the cards, and it is. Marco,
30 seconds left.
To try and work together. The paranoia is still in the pocket. So an opportunity to build from that. Speaking of paranoia, I'm worried about main still. Hyunmin does take the first glance and will find Alpha as he dips back towards site. The paranoia, it's only a near sight. I'll say Boaster is very close by. Hyunmin tries to take a step forward, but it's Marco ready to fall. Great shot. Needs 2 more of those. And he needs them quick. And Fnatic are giving him nothing, playing quite disciplined here. Dipping down on the dart, but going to be caught by Alpha. Fnatic picking up where they left off. Alpha in the feed and around on the board.
Not finding anything in mid after they effectively recommit. Again, the wall placement here. Making things difficult in the pistol round. I mean, Flashback actually got a second here, crashes with a...
Nice crashes there.
A wild entry onto the site.
Come on! That's what we like to see. Nice shooting. Lovely wall, Alpha.
As all the things Alpha does.
Yeah.
The wall.
Still feels sacrilegious.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it just? Big walls.
Wall trip.
Tripped over towards B main early.
There.
And for DRX, it is just classics here. So for Fnatic, you want to see it's kept clean, looking to really only lose one, if anything. That would be Alpha. Everyone else pretty heavily invested. Right up middle. Be sent in. That's caused a reaction. Stage ball top middle. And a player spotted.
Attack there. Reveal that progress has been made.
Oh, it's
Whoa.
clean. I've lied. I'm a terrible liar.
Yes.
Still, I wonder if that's kind of the shape of things to come, a willingness to challenge on that B main. I mean, it's a risky approach, but hey, in this round it's perfectly fine. You may as well go for something. Now, if they can cost anything else, that's when it gets interesting, because Alpha will probably just recover weapons if they need it. Oh. He's quite good at this game as Alpha.
Started to find his footing.
He's
Gets a little bit of the flash, but cleans it up. And just 2 away from the res. And again, I think you've nailed on the head there. The DRX just needs something for this opening stretch of rounds to indicate they're able to reset.
Give me a sign of life.
Yeah, because it's, again, Mimi, I think, characterized this perfectly. It's the confidence.
Your final boss right now, bro.
It's seeing people back away from a huge advantage in certain 1v1 situations, and overall the macro game, they kind of just crumbled. It completely fell apart on Haven.
Look, Alpha did change his name to the final boss of Paris, pretty much, so feels like Crashies at least believes. Exchange, ooh, good shots on both sides, honestly. Can't be mad about that one. They ain't going to be held in place here. As the progress towards middle continues on. Spike is isolated.
The trade's actually given Chronicle the rifle, so now everybody on Fnatic is well equipped here.
Did you see a barrel on main? I think he might have done. The flashback is here, and Boaster now reconsidering his pathing potentially, but mid's no better secure. But he does catch a Driven Bane. Brilliantly tempoed on this. We know that Fnatic will take their time.
Look where they're going. Both players committed towards A site. Fnatic are going to wrap through spawn. Freeing has to go nuclear.
Oh, God. And you're feeling that silence over on A now, especially. Right? They've already cleared through out of main.
You can't go any further here.
This is the only corner that he's got to play from. He can't give this away. The site gets cleared too. He's going to hear this all behind him. But the spike is still with Boaster. They have to continue this path. Great work from Freeing. The last real defense for DRX. And he's digging deep. 10 HP. He can back away. Job done. Bring in the rest. Someone help him out. 15 seconds. Maybe Fnatic's tempo and timing finally will be their downfall. I love their calling. But the isolation on Boaster and that heads-up work from Freeing was exceptionally well played.
And you can see Fnatic considering the re-clearance through market, but God, I think there's just too big a question mark on the map for Boaster to commit either way.
I don't see the passion, I don't see the hunger, I don't see the excitement, I don't see anything.
Wow. Stern words.
Valve was telling you that.
From Alpha, yeah.
I mean, we did say it did look quite... I mean, that first half of Haven, fair enough, yeah, it was a bit dead, but you do need them to be pumped up here. Get that mental right. Slap in the face from Kron. He's on.
Bit of passion from Kron.
Plenty of energy.
To open the start of this one. I think we'll try and follow through on that with the drone.
Look at this again, trying to set this. I actually quite like that they're trying to condition the B main will be tested. But obviously this round, it's probably going to be their downfall here somewhat. Unless Bane can hold back the flood, but it's a lot on one man's plate. Big reveal there. He's caused them issues. He's caused them a pause. Flashback. That is unreal from him. Taking away 2, forcing out the res. It's still a 2v4, but they've made something out of nothing. They know about Bane though.
Yeah. I mean, Marco does have a paranoia, but I don't think he's going to be able to set anything up here. Bane, he's got another headshot.
He is unwilling to relent. He makes this possible. The Chronicle, the heartbreaker as ever, closes the chapter on hope for DRX quickly enough. Fnatic at 3-1.
Able to reset DRX a little bit in terms of the finances here.
Deficient.
Freeing, testing the waters, as you said. Time to maybe try and condition Fnatic into committing an extra body here, potentially, in terms of the default. Or just a bit more space, some time for DRX to do something.
I do want to compliment Crashes there. It was a it doesn't look much in the kill feed, but again, his spacing on clearing Bane at the back of sight there, denying him even getting a chance to fight back after that first 2 exceptional kills. Very nicely done, ticking the box. That's what you kind of want from Crashes, your safe player. Don't need him to be a highlight in these moments, but only man really can have a say in this round. Already going to be backing away from this angle.
They're going to be kept in check now. Only a Guardian, but and with how sharp he's been in a few rounds today. Chronicle certainly now considering the possibility of somebody like Flashback trying to take that space away.
Oh, it's on the checklist for sure, but they've let Alpha just go rampant.
Little bait ball from Alpha.
And it's nice seeing those little layers of adaptation. Seeing that slightly toyed with and adjusted just into this round. And look, we had kind of Alpha and Kayak having a good game. Map bomb wasn't, I wouldn't say, the highest point from Chronicle, who's been probably one of the only redeeming qualities of that early work from Fnatic, even in their wins. He was brilliant. So if he comes online here, it is game on. Crashies. He fancies a go. Trying to send a message, but Human still very much present. It's a lot of damage though. And Fnatic on the verge of keeping this one looking absolutely perfect. Where'd you go, Marco? Forward doesn't look good. Backward even worse. Just praying that smoke lasts forever.
Your tactics fail for you.
To an early start here, Fnatic carrying across the momentum. Again, got themselves a lead on the attacking side as well. It's just the ping comes through. Chronicle to find that one. Certainly, I mean, expecting a timeout to come pretty soon.
I think there's a lot of question marks about Jeremy's unwillingness to time out in that second half earlier, potentially, or have a say in matters, if I'm honest.
Well, even just, like I said, there was no switch up in the second half of Haven. There was never, like, okay, this is what we're going to
take a risk in this one.
Fundamentally do different. Yeah, take a risk.
They had rounds to play with. Still, this has to be a big round for DRX. They've been under the heel of Fnatic for what feels like an eternity.
In their pocket. It's already worrying now to not see DRX really start to take the initiative, but Kayak now on the back of the reveal will pop the ult, try and find something on the way in.
3 players on this side of the map though. Trying to get that final connection. Freeing is still here. He's going to handle Kayak. Well done. Wants the ult in now. Flashback in connection. This is what the doctor ordered. DRX played a prescription. Slowed down and hindered. And just about everything and the kitchen sink into the matter, but Crashies is on a little bit of a play up in middle. There's some awareness being displayed, but that spike is committed. It's already on that B side. There is no pivot from this point.
30 seconds left.
Fight forward, Alpha. Find us something. He's been cleared. Needed help on that, but no one really could.
Great swing ahead of the dart, actually even.
Nicely done.
Taking effect here, and it's just Chronicle left now. Expect him to be going forwards, giving away rifle here. Everybody else comfortable in terms of the purchase for Fnatic, so it'll be a flawless round for DRX to answer back here.
And look, that is a big tick in the box. As much as we have to look in it of context of the scoreline, they handled that B hit. There has been the backbone of Fnatic's approach. Maybe not with that same sort of mid-split coming in, but still a massive piece in the Fnatic puzzle has been dealt with. Did it take a lot? Yes. They kept 5 standing, and they looked solid doing it.
Yeah, timing just a little bit awkward there with the paranoia. I think Kayak almost caught with his pants down there, committing.
That's good though. Need some more of that.
So was it the Hunter's Fury ahead of that? So maybe the paranoia wasn't even the initial plan.
Yeah.
Almost a little bit of a roll of the dice.
We wanted aggression.
Here, yeah.
We might have it. And it's herding Fnatic over towards A. You've got to know what you're doing. Smoke's just come in towards that garage door, so you're going to have to steady the ship. A quick mid-pressure as well. They are supporting this. Cross map we go. Nothing close. Process of elimination. They got to know what's coming their way. It's a mid-retake for Fnatic. They want to clear these question marks.
Bane just hoping to catch somebody, or a couple of the bodies, over towards main, but
you've got to be patient to play against this Fnatic, don't you? Still got that setup here, though.
Now freeing is isolated a little bit. Does have support now from Hyun Min. With this operator now commanding mid, Fnatic's options certainly limited. 40 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, the size of the map that's available to Fnatic is minimal. So by all rights, DRX should be prepared and ready. Now there is late presence. Boaster, slow walking cat, timing is there to catch, and that should tee up Chronicle and escape while you can, Marco.
30 seconds left.
The killer was on the way, but look at this pivot and look at the adjustment. They still want B. Unwilling to adjust.
20 seconds.
This is very, very late, and the TP was in the right place from Marco, and the positioning good from Bane to at least give away the game. Gonna spot them out, call it out. Marco, right plays, wrong time. Caught before he could get away. Hyunmin desperate to deny. Trying to hold that across, causing bodies to drop, but it's still a 2v2. Flashback on the way, still without operator. This is lethal. Plants in. Trying to stick around as late as they can. Pinned to the back of the site. Freeing now with him. Switching out towards that Phantom. Still a flash in the clone. Kron. Bloodthirsty in this, and he absolutely is! Chronicle! The absolute killer of their hopes in this. Fought tooth and nail for that round. But Fnatic unwilling to give up that B approach, even this late.
Just hints of Fnatic and the clock being the problem so many times for them, but a course correction to get 5 on the board. Got the res in hand now, Boaster one away from the TP. DRX not going to have an awful lot behind this, but do have another operator in the hands of Flashback.
This is the frustration, though. These over and over again B hits, right? Like, they've got to prep for this. If you watch this, we know this is exactly how Fnatic likes to play, but there's always that voice in your back head, oh, what if they go A this time? We can't over-rotate. We can't overcompensate. Mental warfare is hard to handle, as Marco has to constantly be ready for what feels like is never coming. On the corner, there are 3 waiting. He dares go for this. In early.
What?
Lovely from Marco. 2 big kills, prepared and ready.
Not kill my
Rez is there, however.
Flashback also finding a kill, but Crashies will equalize.
Blood in the water, and that B looks like it could be back on the menu, boys. 50 seconds. Do they carry on forward? The paranoia in the back of DRX's minds.
There's no way Crashies clears that, right?
Oh my God, the wall is their downfall this time. Marco, patience is his virtue. 4 kills in the round, and needed by DRX.
Absolutely. Talk about risk-taking, and it's Marco to find 2 kills like this.
That's so calm doing it.
Yeah. Again, the sort of thing that you're just praying that DRX would have relied on Haven. Will keep things within touching distance here. I mean, because DRX were broke after that. It was only freeing that was going to carry 1,000 credits across into any purchase. There'll be Fnatic now. Humbled in terms of the finances.
Here.
Is he going to wait on this? That's TP away.
Oh, and Kayak goes for it. Bane then, the one who gets put right in the crosshairs. They like this mid-pressure. They've explored it up towards market. Flashback back here, though, to try and play support on this. 1-3-1 from Fnatic. Their money not looking pretty. Good info. Yeah. Good tag as well. Goes back in for more confidence from Flashback. Something we wanted to see a little bit of this aggression, willingness to fight for. A risky round to do it in. But keep in mind, A-Main is still firmly in the hands of DRX here. Having Marco on an absolute island is perfect, 'cause actually his positioning could be everything. This could be the slam dunk. There's no way they consider it. A bullet to the back of the brain for Chronicle. And they are just pinned to cap.
Flashback continuing to punish here. Just Alpha and Crashy's left. Paranoia sent through, but
just for good measure.
30 seconds left.
Not even required. Yeah, Alpha has found a response. Again, 20 seconds left on the clock. Certainly not going to feel comfortable on the way forwards, but a big upgrade to be found.
15 seconds.
Alpha's trying to hide the op.
One enemy remaining. 10 seconds left.
Gonna find Crashies there. Alpha, there's very little to do with this. Okay. Oh my god. I mean, they win the round, but he still looks bloody good.
You see that looking. Did they get it? I think he grabbed it.
Ooh, Flashback's got an off.
Yeah.
Cheek of it. God. You really have to work for every round against Fnatic.
Yeah, it's feeling like DRX, though, are now, I guess, unwilling to sit back and let Fnatic execute on them time and time again.
We've talked the main strength being that B take, and now Fnatic trying to, imply there's going to be attention elsewhere. It doesn't look as clear-cut. This is a much better display, and DRX looks so manipulative in the way they were moving around that map, making everything uncomfortable. Marco, how much can one man handle?
Oh, he didn't catch the dart.
Oh, God, he's in trouble. Oh, he's feeling brave about he's going back to the same position.
Well, Fnatic calling a full cancel here. Looking for somebody else that's maybe pushed forward a little bit. It's only really Flashback, but he's not explored too deep. You can see the pings here indicating this has been an issue previously.
They're going to be where there's a chance that operator was kept through. Feels like they're trying to fake off of maybe Crashies.
Yeah, but again, Flashback is so deep that he's going to be able to relay that this is a fake. They can commit towards 3 here on 8.
Marco, you're not going to do it to him again,
30 seconds left.
Here we go, 10-5. He's looking pretty sharp. Last time he got 2. There's the same start. Not got the follow-up just yet, but it may be on the cards. It is! Marco with the double, playing that corner to perfection. He knows how to play Fnatic like this. That mid-slip looks a little too late in the day as Kron can't make it out through main. So again, I've got to give credit here. Marco is the one being a difference maker to me.
And not backing away from these fights. There's something you just need a couple of players from DRX to find kills in these situations. And it might just get them back online. All tied up now, 5 apiece. Like I said, Crashy's not able to sell much here just on the back of a dart.
Yep. And again, it being Crashy's just having to sell that fake, you're not going to have the same sort of pop towards the site, right? You're getting punished on these corners. That wall almost being the double-edged sword to it too at times. Arm still on the DRX side at 5-5. Broke at the money in the Fnatic camp. 2 rifles in play, Kayak and Kron with those. Rez with Alpha. But this is 3 in succession from DRX. An aversion to heading back towards B now from Fnatic has proven to be a little bit of their downfall somewhat. It has been their strong suit. And Flashback, a quick pick through middle. Nice Chronicle, much play. And that should be a follow-up kill if anything, actually. Yeah, it is. Hyunmin pinning down Kayak towards mid. And this is looking comfortable. This is a confidence builder this round. Hyunmin can't make it out of there in time. We shouldn't be in a 3v2 with a res available, should we?
No.
Hopefully
Freeing can find this kill. Alpha's trained his eyes elsewhere.
Freeing. Don't make a meal of it. It's still a 1-for-1 trade, but I guess if anyone, you take away Alpha, which removes the res.
Problem being though, both has got TPs, so DRX are going to have to split their focus a little bit.
Where are you going?
Just waiting it out. Committing here, but give him the info that still a player towards B.
And he does have 40 seconds.
Yeah.
So this is a lot of time to play with. Maybe waiting on that wall to go down as well, just to add that additional layer. There we go. Does open up that chance for the
30 seconds left.
Should be a fake smoke. Yeah, fancying trying to layer into this, add to the illusion.
Issue being Marco's still got paranoia. There's a chance for him to catch him on the plant here. An awkward TP potentially.
To be fair, Boast has been pretty clutch as of late,
10
but this is
seconds
hard.
left.
At 10 seconds, Marco's played this right. Marco's played this very
remaining.
right!
He's still got the plant! He's got the plant!
Time! It's down! It's still game on here. I thought Marco played that to perfection, but I was wrong. Boaster now with a new lease of life, a 1v1. Kane does have Dart, but does it matter when Boaster is doing that? Oh, it felt so close to working out.
I mean, Marco completely misreads this plant. I think he thinks it's on the back of Dice here.
I thought it was to be just in the right place to maybe catch Boaster on the back pedal potentially, or maybe wait for some support here. Had that paranoia. Plenty to be done, but man, that got so close.
Yeah. Again, a ridiculous kill from Boaster, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, kicking himself, but
It's all okay in the end.
yeah, luckily bailed out, and DRX actually find themselves around to the good here. What year is it? We're
Running it back,
We're
man.
walling up for the short bit. I mean, Flashback has found a number of kills here, so...
Oh,
no!
Hit those. Watch your knees now.
My ultimate's ready.
Good, gets healed up.
Retrieving flash.
One does have ult from this. And back to that VXX, I assume. Pretty powerful with these ults in hand, too.
It's going to look pretty all in here on the back of Kayak's ultimate, though.
It's got to be, right? It's just going to spam of ults. Good luck catching this one. Boaster tries to play it forward, and actually Fnatic just finding bodies, dropping them to the ground. Bane can't live through this. Oh, he had to go to the knife. No weaponry to play with. Flashback still trying to be instrumental in this. So he's pinned down one. That man is crying. Who is going to fall? Okay. Now, all remaining players from Fnatic are on B site itself.
And Marco still got full util, but Fnatic tucked into some really awkward crossfires here. And with an operator. When is he going to swap out here?
Send that in.
For good measure, Marco.
Oh, it's on the money. Crashies. Making it look like a slam dunk here. Flashback, the last one alive. A formality at this point. As Fnatic finds stability once again in that B site take.
Much better half of VALORANT, though, from DRX. Able to bounce back from map 1 for sure. Awkward miss here in the final round. Actually, the adjustment from Flashback, fantastic. But let's see how this pans out in round 2. Sorry, the second half after the break.
Certainly a different scoreline from map 1 on the half, Mike. Things have turned around here. DRX looking far more competitive.
Yeah, absolutely. I think as well there's certainly been a change in the way they've approached some of these rounds in general as we do take a look at the Coinbase Econ report on the half. Marco certainly being one of the front runners for DRX in terms of getting them back into this series.
Oh yeah, hands down. I mean, how many times did he shut down that rather weak-willed A hit, but he was the absolute final boss of that site, right? Multiple multi-kills, yeah, one fumble up against Boaster, still a round win for DRX regardless, so a great display from him. For Fnatic, we have to see how this side looks. I think, once again, that reliance on the B take did feel a little bit one-dimensional, but it still got them 6.
Certainly a chance here once more to show us about this composition that they're fully invested behind on the side of DRX.
will rip the light from them.
And Fnatic's pistol win rate now sitting at 76.9.
Quite nice. Well, this looks
DRX,
yeah. Okay, yeah, making no qualms about this, but Chronicle gonna catch Marco up on the wall?
Yeah. Was it through or off the top of the wall?
I thought it was off the top by what looked like on the X-ray, but I'm sure we'll see it back.
Again, you can't really gamble on these sorts of pistols versus Sage and the ability to get this wall up and it reinforce so quickly versus pistols. And that's even with Hyunmin able to get himself out of danger as well.
Yeah, and now you're kind of feeling like the pressure's either going to go towards middle or towards Cat, right? So you got Boaster and Alpha here. Boaster probably first contact on the swing, but then you're looking at Alpha being able to really pull the trigger. Handled.
Cover going out.
Good work from the Frenzy. Flashback, still trying to go forward here, but Kron unmoved, unfazed, unkillable apparently. 4 kills there. Just leaving Hyunmin up against 3. The firing squad will stand tall. Fnatic finding the first and the second.
Was it Alpha with a 4K previously on the pistol, now Chronicle finding one. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, well, actually just caught in the TP.
Yeah.
Again, a huge gamble, which if you send in a waylay forwards, again, a little bizarre. Maybe just looking to continue being unpredictable as he was in the first half, Marco.
Cover going out.
And purchase a few rifles, actually more so than usual here from Fnatic. There's 2 Bulldogs. The wall will go down. Again, no chance of chipping away at that. Going to have to wait for the full duration, potentially. DRX now make the long trip towards B and have Kayak here. Scope in hand, will be noted early on.
See how the protocols were going for this kind of a show and tell. Bloody hell, Kayak. We're playing Quake out here, looking like a railgun the way he uses this thing. Oh, he's got this as well. No, he doesn't. Hyunmin, nicely done.
1 enemy remaining.
Not going to have any more fun this round, but hey, at least he deals with Kayak. Something.
Freeing desperately, trying to find Boaster on the back end of this, but Classic in hand now, 1v4.
30 seconds left.
And the range certainly going to suit Chronicle there.
Oh, 1 away from ult too. Big work from him.
We'll see the first 2 rounds comfortable for Fnatic. No surprises. Considering the extra investment, like I said, an extra Bulldog almost there from a traditional Fnatic round 2 purchase. We'll make this round 3 a little easier. And Kayak actually already on the back of that, making good progress himself.
Oh, I like this. Pretty brave, but I like it. And it's rewarded. Kayak gonna claim Hyunmin's life. But they do lose 1 in the meantime down middle, so now this kind of encourages this B take. Yeah, Freeing's isolated, but I doubt anyone's gonna try and go, oh, Freeing, easy. 20 HP there.
The slip to Chronicle with a spam.
Oh, it's all unconfirmed damage, but off the back of Kron's utility and spam there.
Yeah.
Spike planted.
Certainly makes it doable here for Fnatic in what is a 4v4 post. Oh, Kayak.
Lovely.
Caught off guard here by Marco.
Ooh, couldn't quite get around the corner in time. Ball goes up, ult invested. No safety really to be had here. It's all pistols out. Freeing tries to stand his ground, and he does. What a shot from him. As Alpha a 1v3. Weakened opponent, sure, but for how long? The rifle should be back out by now. I think he knows that time is starting to tick a little too quickly. Brilliant again, but Alpha, I don't think you got much more time to change the outcome of the round, but the cost is key.
absolutely fine with that. The moment drops when Alpha thinks, actually, just remove all these weapons. Really well played by Alpha. Good progress towards the res on top of that. Nice. Crash is just caught. Again, huge kill remaining onto Chronicle.
Oh my god, look at the crosshair placement.
Yeah, making it as costly as possible, and here's the byproduct of that.
Yeah.
Have to force into full shields. And it's 4 Guardians. Bane the only one with anything different, it's only a Bulldog. And this is just to really make it so that Kayak can't do work. But it's a big gamble.
Very much so. Deep line. I mean, I guess he's feeling no pressure to fall away. Now, with attention shown, Paranoia committed. Great timing from Alpha. Able to deny the wall. Being scored. Oh, flashback, big shot. Okay. Now, Boaster, got to be cautious here. Easy to get split on. Dart's good, does get handled, but both shooting, I think.
Yeah, both shooting at it will reveal Crash's position.
They're making these Guardians work now. Marco with another big kill. Marco has been a massive difference maker for DRX here. Maybe not the most flashy kills, but for Fnatic, the options suddenly fall to 0.
Just putting in good, honest work for DRX.
Yes.
Chronicle on the flank here will be held by Marco once more, who's been deadly from this area. I think they're just looking to shepherd DRX into the site. Maybe make it costly once more. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
What did Chronicle see there?
I don't know. All right, so they're going to back away. Kayak's actually got the Odin too, so
yeah,
at least going to keep that in hand. For DRX, they don't need to go much further than this. They can happily keep what they have. Did get a couple of upgrades, I think, at least. But the scoreline, more importantly, is tied. 8-8. DRX actually putting up a very good show here.
I think it was only Alpha to carry across 1,000 coming out of that, so no chance of getting much more in terms of equipment here for round 17. But yeah, DRX is going to be really happy with that. Making a funky purchase work for them.
And the Outlaw's probably going to look quite nice this round if he gets the opportunity, right?
Certain being though, next buy round, Marco, Flashback, Hyunmin, all going to have ultimates.
Yeah, Bane's only 2 off as well.
Yeah, Bane, yeah, wow.
A full hand here on enemy tag. Info. An early attempt at temptation. Does anyone fancy a go? Well, DRX wait and see if anyone takes the bait, really.
The DRX very conscious of Fnatic. Taking the fight to them here. We're trying to find something, Alpha.
Well, there's the one who's up to no good.
I mean, can basically fake his position on the back of the wall, but surely the awareness is there from DRX. You can see a couple of eyes trained that way.
Yeah.
But should be good for one in this situation.
And it's Marco to go for... Oh! Now, Marco's on it today. Yeah, up to no good, sure, Alpha, but he's going to catch you this time. Hyunmin, absolutely blind, still fighting forward, taking the space. Great exec towards A here. Watching those T's and dotting those I's. Fnatic, the 2 costly weapons you'd want to probably keep. They fancy a go at this.
Oh, hang on.
Now they certainly might. Now, very much in consideration.
Kayak has ult here. I mean, not sure if he can set anything up for Crashes with the Odin. If Crashes goes up to heaven, he certainly can.
He's crossing that way. It looks like it could be the case, right? Trying to break that door, but running through just about every weapon he can. Here we go. It is going to be back to the wall VALORANT, though, for what they can achieve. Good dart, good timing, trying to pin him in the corner, trying to set up his teammate. It's Hyunmin to find Chronicle, though, and it's fallen short here. The plan was there, the execution, just not quite what they had in mind.
Bang, now going to try and retrieve something else to get out of there.
Lucky
will be a rifle. Yeah, will be a rifle upgrade, but DRX will find 9.
Do we think a timeout here coming soon for Fnatic?
Yeah, potentially. I mean, these are very, very closely contested rounds, but it's again, I'm not saying it's massively different, but because Alpha's obviously ahead of his own wall, we saw him kind of set up in such a way to bait DRX in. It's not as if he's going to have reinforcements headed his way. But DRX able to just almost squeeze out a kill here and there that they weren't able to do on Haven.
Yes.
Like I said, it was like send one of your duelists forwards, commit to an engagement somewhere, but they weren't actively putting those players in a position to do so. I'm not saying it's them here, it's Marco the majority of the time, but it seems like there's been a bit of a shift in the ethos here.
I'm with you in that. Oh, Freeing's in trouble.
I was going to say.
But in the meantime, they are still going for this A site hit, right? So it's like, can we win in the war? Yes, we may lose the battle in middle, but this is fine. We get both on the site. Plant should be easily achieved. And they're still hunting for Freeing in middle. He's all the way through spawn. He's already out of there.
Issue being res available, but it certainly doesn't look doable. Freeing able to command so much of the map just on the back of presence. They're going to try and hunt him down. Alpha will find it, but Fnatic falling victim to the clock once more here in round 18.
It's fun, we kind of talk about the repetition of Fnatic's approach towards B. We're seeing DRX with a very well-rounded approach towards A, and spamming that too, right?
Yeah.
I want to see if Fnatic can come up with a plan, though, because it does feel like they're not quite getting a grip on how they want to deal with this yet. So for me, I do want to see what the game plan becomes. You burnt Kayaks on a potential, that's fine. I don't mind you going for that. You can see the opportunity there. No other big ults depend on barring alphas. So what do you have to handle this one? Because this is working wonderfully. Again, right? Isolates Chronicle, even getting Boaster.
Human pathing there is just beautiful.
It's lovely to watch. And I think this is that timeout where you're, maybe suspecting the last round they could have run this. Left it for this one. Still potentially a buy in hand, even if it's lacking in some areas. But it feels like we've seen the ethos change from DRX. Where's the reaction from Fnatic?
Yeah, because I think and not to question the composition, but previously where they were playing Alpha on the Chamber, I think, I mean, they've struggled on the center as well. I think, out of the last 5 domestic appearances at least, I think there's only 1 win in there. So again, this comp change has come to really, because they were red, they were hard red with the Chamber comp. Again, some of the set pieces to put Alpha in a position, but it does sort of
like Haven, right?
Yeah, limit their possibilities in the way that they like to defend, because it is sort of, let's trim the fat, let's then reset into these very deep positions and basically make our opponents work for their dinner.
Yep.
Here, unable to really replicate the same sort of thing.
The timeout has done. Again, the buy will be lacking in areas, as highlighted earlier, be it Light Shields, Bulldogs, and that Guardian with Chronicle. 3 others do maintain what they had before. And on the other side, look at that money just building perfectly for DRX. There has to be an answer for this A here, right? And there's obviously going to be the layers too. Okay, do we start feigning this B approach? Do we show a little something over here? Do we try and keep them on their toes?
Freeing hasn't had to. To be honest, like I said, this has been on the back of presence alone. He was spotted a couple of early rounds, but he hasn't had to do much, to be honest with you.
No, even in that last one, right? He had 3 players hunting for him.
Time to jump.
And he was already out of there. So this time a little bit more attention towards middle. And just going to have the clone sent through. So you are going to have a little bit of information off of that. Our drone at the same time, spotting one towards middle. But he's still building towards A.
Nowhere to run!
Paranoia's going to land. Hunter's Fury going to tag as well. Flashback.
There's nowhere to go.
Gifted.
Oh, look at this. DRX, when they know what the plan is, when they've got the cards in front of them, their execution is second to none.
Chronicle a chance to find the kill, but unable to pin Bane down. And actually finds Crashies on the back of that 18 HP now. Swinging to mid, but again, so much time has passed. Fnatic just able to find an exit, potentially.
It's It's looking like DRX have found what they needed that was lacking from map 1. And Fnatic not really adapting all that much. I guess there was a little bit of a switch up from DRX there, splitting through middle a bit more. Maybe expecting that's where there was going to be a fight potential. They thought they could isolate Freeing. As it stands, once again, Fnatic have no answer to this. DRX doing exactly what they want. And to be fair, you look at that site when that take comes in, it is brutal to live against. Look at this.
Alpha, yeah, Alpha's just got nowhere to go.
Clear sight, check 7, cool, got you a second.
Nowhere to run!
Didn't even stand a chance. And again, it's not even as if Boaster can swing onto that earlier. He's
dead.
Yeah.
It's very well crafted. The investment of ults, yes, but it got them the round. Consecutive rounds now starting to build, and DRX, and they make it past that 11th that held them so brutally in the first map here. Hyunmin this time, a much more heavy emphasis towards middle. I think they're expecting this fight back through Fnatic from mid to deal with what Freeing's been doing. But DRX are here. They've read the adaptation, but can they still handle it?
Drone will tag at least here. Trying to play Alpha in on the back of the TP. We'll find one here. Red's available, but he's going to be stuck in this corner now. The wall's removed immediately.
Oh, Alpha, do you get out of there? What do you do? There it is. Just about the right timing to dip away. And finally, they've got a clean first kill. And that's Hyunmin gone, who's been that burst and pop towards the A site.
See if DRX can make a recovery here in round 20. Flashback. Still willing to push forwards here. 2 players from Fnatic on the other side of this. Flash will catch. Kayak's down.
Yeah, look at this layering again. If it's not going to be Hyunmin doing it, you're going to have Flashback right there as the second string to it. Layer the ult on top. There's one corner to run to. They're surely aware. Boaster, damage from above, but nowhere near enough. As Chronicle and Crash, he's feeling irrelevant to the round. Closed out again. The Bane's HP is low. Those shock darts could be the death of them, but no, still alive. Dart goes in and away we go, but Bane picks him right out of the air as Kron, the last man alive, a 1v3. He's been nasty today, but it looks like the eventual death from Flashback is here. 12 rounds for DRX. 1 more to go to take us to a third.
Another round where Flashback's finding multiple kills on the way into a site for DRX.
So good. And you got a feel for Fnatic. Like, where do they stand? Where do they play? All right, close towards the tree. Okay, play from Gen. Like, nothing feels good here.
Again, certainly on this half more so. Struggling to find value from Alpha on the Sage. Again, he's going almost blow for blow in terms of kills, but wall up here to try and find something over the top in mid. Going to be pinged out here.
And here comes the torpedo over the top, but Alpha, I mean, there's no getting out of these sometimes. It feels like he's just put into the corner. Like trying to make an impression off of Cat. Freeing is getting closer. Ain't in that owl drone. Doesn't quite crest the corner, but the information feels like it's there.
Yeah, they should still know about this, and Freeing beheading Kayak.
That was clean from Freeing. Crashy's Boaster and Kron. Where you off to?
Boaster trying to catch somebody with a paranoia. Only 2 Bulldogs and a Guardian in the hands of the Fnatic players. DRX on the brink here of closing out Ascent.
Well, he's found him.
Cover going out.
Smoke to main, yeah. Deep up. So he wants to maybe make a bit of a play, but that dart handled early this time. Preemptive spam, left. But it's not where they are. But he's got to try and hold this down. Hits the reload. 20 seconds. Boaster standing guard here. Freeing, though, alleviating the stress. What? The back of the side turns on a dime. He made a damn good go, but Freeing doing work here for DRX. Leaving Chronicle masterful in his craft at times, but this is tough. A 1v2 for survival in this map. The drop down could be deadly. Freeing waiting. This man's on an absolute tear this round. And it ain't gonna stop. 4 kills to close it for freeing. A DRX answering back in kind. Map 2 is theirs, and Lotus will be the decider here.
Next round. The loser of this, or G2, will be the first team eliminated from Champions Paris. That is a tough opponent to face in the first round. So I think for both squads who had such great hopes after excellent group stages, this is a ton of pressure going into a map number 3.
Yeah, but then don't forget the winner's got to face Paper X. So you know,
I mean, you gotta beat everyone if you want to be a champion.
You gotta beat the man in order to be the man.
You have a second map, and then the bracket flips.
Very true. Very true.
So that's what you're aiming for.
Yeah.
I think unsung heroes for me, Crashies. I think his utility is always on point, and to me, is 1000% a game changer on the side of Fnatic. If Crashies turns up, this should be a win for them.
Whichever team wins this map, they're going to do it their way. Fnatic playing the same way they have for literally years with this comp that they have stuck to through it all, versus a DRX who is the team setting the meta right now, setting the precedent. They were the first squad to really bring this Mosquito comp, this Waylay, to the highest level, to the best success here at Champions. So what a cool clash of ideas, of styles to end this series that I think most people would not have expected to go all the way after map 1.
We need to see the confidence back. What happened on that second half on Haven, Kayak, Alpha, bring it back.
Yeah, they got to find it here and now. Let's find out who's going to lock in their spot in the next round of playoffs and send it over to Pansy and Hypoc for the call.
I love hearing from GB. He's such a little cutie, isn't he? Yes. But he's right. We do need to find out who is locking that place deeper into this playoffs run. And honestly, there's no easy opponents for either of these teams. Win or lose, it's a pretty tough next opponent.
Pick your poison, basically. And that's if you can basically close out a series that's been so back and forth. Again, roll your minds back to Haven, but also, yeah, you're absolutely right in terms of the history between these two names in Valorant. And we come to Lotus, something we only saw a handful of times in Stage 2 for Fnatic. No surprises in terms of the composition, but certainly a chance here for DRX to potentially cause some issues.
But it's been those defensive rounds, man. People have been struggling, at least in this series, but already Boaster got to be cautious. Yeah, he's been dealt with so easily. He's trying to play out by that wall on rubble. Hyunmin gonna isolate, back away, no threats found.
Fnatic quick to try and explore outside B here, but freeing. He started to heat up towards the end of Ascent for sure.
Yeah, he was nasty. Commanding a lot of presence on map 2. Bane there, going to take that as his go signal, and Crashies. I know, I get it. You really wanted that kill towards CT, but brother, you got to turn around at some point. Kron last one alive, 18 HP. DRX. I mean, I wanted some defensive rounds there, but well, quite good. That's quite a good one.
This is a good indicator, potentially, of things to come.
Again, if you're thinking about like prepping for this, as much as Fnatic have kind of stuck with this, DRX can prep to their heart's content. This is nothing new. No quirky comps, no Alpha on a Sage, no anything weird. It's just your cookie cutter, bread and butter. He's just caught in a rock and a hard place. There's not much to do, really, is that well?
I think as well, again, similar to what we said for Haven as well. Fnatic have, again, started composition, I think 13 times we've seen it this year in general, but again, haven't necessarily had a free ride.
Nope.
Certainly in comparison to, again, the history for them on Lotus. So you're right, a lot of tape, and requires a lot of work to really bring something new to the table when you stick to a comp as much as they have.
That's what I'm looking for, is any sort of innovation, even in this more standardized look. It's so comfy for DRX. I think the wall's even still up as it stands, so who fancies a go? Alpha, okay, costs him a lot of his HP for that.
Him and Crashies now. Just a stiff breeze.
Oh!
We'll blow them over. There's 31 HP left for Crashies. Only a classic.
Hunting. Stand your ground at some point, right? Yeah. You can hear a whole lot of steps just to your left. It doesn't feel good, but that's certainly going to do things for the confidence, at least. Take down Flashback, but for him, he was happy either way.
Again, a lot of singers for DRX here. Yeah, well invested for sure, but Fnatic, yeah, Fnatic will have for sure an advantage. I think just rounding out, I can see a Judge and a Bulldog.
I wouldn't mind seeing that same similar-ish start over towards A with that kind of quick approach from Hyunmin, but again, he's got the Bulldog, so you're probably not going to be the one doing that. We'll see. See how this works out. Most of last time did get caught as he was the one trying to play forward.
And quickly, we'll pivot back towards B.
Oh,
no, he's not been spotted!
Had no idea, but there was no escape in the end. But look at the HP. What the hell?
How was he still alive?
I don't know. He's got plot armor somehow. It's the monitor.
Yeah.
Got to get that right. Here we go. I mean, it did you good there. Somehow you were able to live through what felt like a barrage of bullets.
Where did the Prowler go?
It was on a mission elsewhere.
I'll clear sight for you.
Clear close, don't worry. 50 seconds now. Look, I may as well ignore the timer when it's Fnatic.
Well, yeah, exactly, yeah. They do execute the same way at the start of a round as they do at the end. A chance here to maybe isolate Marco. The spike is headed that way, but Fnatic still able to command some presence, but the confirmation here on the back of Hyunmin will probably set things in motion.
Marco,
oh, he's oh my God.
These Prowlers are on DRX's side. He almost got a follow-up there. Like, Crash is down on, what, 50 HP? Oh. Hyunmin still has that Bulldog, so I don't think this is completely out of the realms of reality. Horn back up right about now.
He's heard the reposition as well.
That's kind of big, right?
Last player standing.
Yeah, he's walking on the angle. Crashies will punish, but Hyunmin's still here.
This is bad. Okay, Crashies, really big round from him.
Redeemed himself, yeah.
I don't think I can even blame him on half of those.
No,
but
certainly redeemed himself in that round. It's just that split second before it can take effect. Again, the second one, Chronicle, sticking his barrel right over the top of Marco's head.
Also, did just know that little shake of the head from Crash. He's like, guys, relax. Marco having to do this without armor?
Yeah, and a round 4 operator in hand for Flashback.
And look who's just standing guard. How long does he stay here? Just posts a shot and peels off the line.
Hello, Fnatic at least will have safe passage out towards the orb. Will be retrieved.
Yeah, investing in Crashies, get that ult ready to go.
Expecting Flashback to put one in the smoke here.
Yeah.
And Fnatic will freeze. Meanwhile, exploration outside B here for DRX. Maybe here wants to deal with the turret, but the timing's going to be pretty good for Fnatic.
Oh, he wasn't wrong. And Bane, oh, he can't make it out. Look at the combination of the utility that facilitated that kill. There wasn't much escaping as Flashback gets pushed back. And just the Tootsie's on show.
Wow.
Some of these shots very close.
Very, very close. Kayak will be allowed to remain here at the top of the rope. DRX, look as if they're backing away from this already.
Not ready yet.
Well, just hold on to the operator. Maybe come back in with armor on the back of Marco.
Would be nice. I mean, we were talking about kind of how they were, I don't want to say over-purchasing on Haven, but their buys were a little bit shaky at times. So I don't mind them being a little bit more reserved with how they want to do this.
I mean, the benefit being Flashback's pretty close to his ult. Hyunmin as well. This will be Fnatic tying things up. Again, themselves only really crashes the top of this ult cycle very early on as well.
Their heart rate just
Again,
went
4
up.
will remain for DRX. that's an indicator now. You see the pings coming out. I think Fnatic are feeling as if they've got a little bit of freedom, but they're going to switch things around once more on the side of DRX, and it'll be Hyunmin potentially to go aggressive. Again, previously with the Bulldogs, so not something you want to see him committing towards a
Cover going out.
an aggressive engagement. Prowler will catch this time.
Yeah.
Stealing sight.
Checked on early. Check back in about 50 seconds.
Yep, Alpha. Waiting for something on the back of the turret, but
Shadows trap.
actually now Fnatic looking to make inroads towards B, at least outside B.
Maybe with a little pivot. I quite like this clear mound. When you've gone for that 3-play presence towards A, this does give you freedom, right? And now if Fnatic are reading this well, they could be onto something here. But Flashback does have that operator. Has the TP out as well.
Freeing spotted as well.
Oh, this could be big Flashback though. Ball has to be tripped. Where is the end goal for Fnatic? It feels like it's C, right?
Kayak will retrieve the orb. Again, with Marco playing so deep here. Surprised not to see an extra body from DRX committed.
Yeah, it felt like they were trying to like test him, but they actually get a thing on this. Oh! What a snap from Freeing! I thought he was out of it on the first. The TP's in though, so that's another body on the side. You're getting blended down.
Spike down.
It's a brutal fight for that C control. Tap on. Testing out if that spam was going to come in for the second time of asking. It is. But the plant's now in place. Chronicle up in the corner. Something against that in the end. Maybe he's searching towards CT. Bane, the timing on this would be wild. And it's gut-wrenching for Bane there. Chronicle's just striding around the site. It's actually Alpha. Still standing here. Jimin's HP is so low. And Post, I've got to say, is really good at holding post plants on C. So you're probably not going to see much more play here. Fnatic working the map this time. And it did feel a bit curious that DRX didn't put an extra body.
Yeah, like you said, with Marco as deep as he is, and when Freeing is spotted, you almost anticipate him rotating, maybe because the Vice Wall's placed differently here. They're just very conscious of Alpha maybe having space to play into.
Yeah.
Certainly felt like DRX had a good read in terms of the lay of the land here. Again, Freeing probably wanted a little more from that first peak, but
once they're scaled up that deep, the utility is just too much.
The consolation of finding one, but it's so late in the day.
Yep.
And again, Operator pressured so deep, and then Freeing's almost committed towards the pillar. Did have a chance. I mean, had 2 or 3 shots at finding kills.
First time we're seeing DRX explore this with bodies behind it. We've been having those kind of 2-3 player starts towards A. Catch on the Prowler puts Marco in a predicament, is going to get out of there. We're back towards site. And they've left C completely out of presence at all.
I think they probably thought we've shown enough presence here to, A, confirm absence from Fnatic, but you can see already, Fnatic and Alpha are re-clearing back that direction.
And that's something key with Fnatic. They'll always clear a question mark. They give themselves the time to do so. They'll re-fight for space, happily. Something we saw even in EMEA playoffs kind of get exploited. Teams waiting for that to then punish their re-clear tendencies. Now, as it stands, they've been given the absolute keys to the castle. This couldn't have gone better for them. Aside from the fact they lost crashes on A. But look at this plant. Then look at the positions towards CT. DRX have to be aware there's a chance.
They've got to consider this.
Just the timing alone, but Kayak playing on the kill. Taking away Bane. They can pop down a turret, fall back towards site. Damage looking done. Trying to crunch on in though. Flashback investing the ult.
Don't have a paranoia to post off this either. Not much in the form of utility to follow up. Just commit towards the kill.
I didn't like that. Felt desperate, but Hyunmin's willing to put his body on the line. But Fnatic welcome it. They greet it with open arms. DRX feeling like they misplayed that a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Again, you could see Bane finally considering deep presence towards CT, but Fnatic had done the hard work at that point. Equalize the odds in terms of the head count, but Able to find a fourth here. Send DRX back to the Stone Age in terms of this purchase.
Yeah,
but Stingers
screwed.
Yeah, Stingers, a couple of Sheriffs. A scope for Marco. Oh, supposed to have got caught on somebody there. Lucky because he actually pinged on the reveal.
Oh! Alright, nasty little shot. Still trying to stick around this, but again, it's only with Stingers, so you're kind of hoping there's a misstep somewhere.
Alpha.
He ain't making any mistakes, Alpha. So locked in mechanically today. As I said, from that second half of Haven onwards, he's been solid. I mean, maybe not as impactful on Ascent, but hard to implement.
Like I said, yeah, I mean, even though he was in the trenches in terms of being isolated and still managed to go blow for blow in terms of his KD. Freeing. Wow. I was going to say a chance to find a 1-for-1 potentially, but Boaster removes any threat.
Ooh, Bane. No more of that, though. Good min. Gonna need a 4K here. And you're looking at Alpha's position. There's no escape.
No.
Slow and steady.
I thought he was going for the knife there.
You and me both. Oh.
Well.
Alpha.
He's been listening to me cast today.
Alpha.
Oh! Well, that needs sharpening a little bit.
Terrible death to a dull blade, isn't it? But the shorty will do the job in the end. But at this point, that's probably not the best sign if you're a DRX fan that you are getting knifed.
There's somebody's... Wow.
I
mean, it looked a lot worse on the replay, to be honest.
I don't know, bro.
Milan is just like...
Win the round.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, have a little fun, but not too much. Yeah. Have fun. Focus. Okay, timeout for DRX. Now, the scoreline doesn't look too bad, but let's put it in context for you guys playing at home. It was the first two for DRX. And then since that third, it's been pretty good from Fnatic. Map control's been solid, diligent, varied as well. It's not been that one-dimensional approach that we've seen in other maps that have been their cornerstone. This looks like the well-rounded Fnatic that isn't flashy, it isn't quirky necessarily. It's just good Val from them.
Yeah. I mean, the positive being you've seen DRX commit a little more to these defensive executions in terms of sending a player forwards. But unfortunately, the issue now is Fnatic have dealt with it a few times. I mean, even in the previous, doing a ton of work to pressure outside C and then quickly collapse into a stack around A.
I'm trying to think of the team that anti-Fnatic so well on this. I think it was BBL. Of all teams, I really think it was BBL who
I think you're right,
against them here. Understanding how Fnatic approaches, I'd like to see that. Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure. Still, at this point, I'd love to see someone explore those options further.
Alongside that, it's, again, through stage 2, we didn't see it too many times for Fnatic, but they struggled.
Yeah.
In comparison to how they performed on Lotus historically.
It might have been Giant X, you know.
But Assault Cycle healthy on both sides, but Fnatic with slight advantage. Hit, lockdown, showstopper, and the TP.
Not quite a lot. Oh, flashback, easy. Careful not to get caught in no man's land. We've seen how well-rounded these site takes are. It's very hard to find safety. Try and play ahead of it a little bit. TP to clear. There's nothing toward deeper A lobby, but with that in mind, you can see them turning attention and having a glance back.
And we'll get the spot on the TP as well. Bane ready to set things in motion.
One catch does get the rest as well.
We'll catch everything outside C here. So Marco.
He's got to hear this though, right? Has he heard some of these steps? He was close. He's going to certainly know this now. Door gets open at the same time as we're seeing that kind of horn get thrown in. 13 seconds, Fnatic. The word melons comes to mind, but we wait and see. 9 seconds now, getting close here. Marco tries to make a stand. Takes a rocket to put him down on the plant just in time now. 1 second to spare. as we're in the post plant and the lockdown comes in.
Very deep lockdown as well. Will force DRX all the way out and pretty much instantly into a save scenario.
Too. I didn't even see that.
Another situation where DRX are forced to back away from an A retake very early on. Marco going to have 200 credits coming out of this. Don't think it's going to be a chance to get him a full purchase from anywhere, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I've got to say, for Fnatic in my mind here, nice usage of the ults as well. May feel like overkill to RI because obviously we can see what's going on.
I mean,
but to secure that site that late, you kind of needed it.
Absolutely, but also at face value here, you invest, you don't know DRX are immediately going to save.
Because they did have Human's ult as well. That could have been that springboard. The chipmunks. But yeah, Kayak killing Marco basically got them security for the plant. Without that, there was still a layer of threat. Because it's still Marco, right? We were seeing what he was doing on Ascent, right? Put him on the site, nasty with it. DRX still struggling for an answer. Marco is suffering down on the Guardian himself. He's not having the same level of impact at all.
Even looking at it now, you look at the investment for Fnatic, and then actually, yeah, DRX are only bringing in a Guardian into this where I guess alternatively, they wouldn't have had anything. But now still trailing by 4. Not necessarily out of the woods. Alpha shut down on a wild old swing.
There's balance to Alpha. Sometimes he gets a little too out of his cage. You got to kind of keep him back a little bit there. Disrespecting that much utility felt quite bold. Flashback. Trying to catch Boaster on this, and that's a really good attempt. Gonna send him away on half HP.
Nearly connecting on the other side of the TP there. Still sending out a couple of warning shots. Fnatic now, not many options. Looking to try and re-clear towards Marco. Especially on the back of the ping here. And as we said, only a Guardian, but the timing is going to be beautiful for this Paranoia.
Going into Marco. Gotta be careful to not get kind of duped by crashes, but actually Junmin, the position very well done from him. And kind of playing these slightly forward positions at this point, considering how late Fnatic plays, is really punishing for them. It's hard for Fnatic to be able to scale up properly. Hence why taking those refights is so important to this.
And this is where you have to credit the decision, even though it's in the previous round, I mean, to save these rifles, knowing that Fnatic have basically pushed all in terms of trying to break their economy. Able to punish here.
One enemy remaining.
Go.
And it to be a flawless round. But still, only their third on the half.
Could really do with a couple more. Really could do. Now, have they learned the correct lesson from this? Because it was gifted at the gates a little from Alpha. And they did get that pick on the seaside. You don't normally get that twice. An early display and show of presence towards A rubble. And then they disconnect away. And a much pacier look towards punishing B here. Similar sort of Prowler. There's a quick rotate. As maybe trying to add the seed of doubt that there's a cross there.
I think with Flashback's position there, certainly going to read into the fact that most likely faked. I was going to say, if he didn't spam, but the flash is perfect from freeing to set that in motion.
Deadly little duo there. Getting him out of dodge. Alpha is going to be found. They have a decent read on this. 2 players put to just handling him, and 2 on the seaside. 1 still left loose. Flashback.
He catches crashes.
Yeah.
Doesn't know about the spike just yet because it was blind through the smoke.
Spot on. Does Alpha get them away forward? Junmin's shouldering this. And he's not going to take any chances. He's going to try and force Alpha forward, and Bane makes a fumble. That is going to cost them. That opens up a chance, be it small or not. You've got to be careful on that. Junmin now put into a corner, fights forward, takes away Kayak. Plants in, down to 2. Kron on the side, trying to bound on up. It's Alpha to find him. Kron wants to go deeper. Spots out another. Marco now going to be challenged down. Fnatic dividing and conquering, and then freeing, finally stopping the rot. That felt like those 2 were about to unravel DRX, but freeing, finally denying them.
Hasn't had much of a say in this half so far, but a crucial
Savior.
Yeah, clutch up here to find a fourth. Alpha just able to slip the net.
God, those two made something out of nothing though. Ron and Alpha made me terrified. Freeing. Thank God he was there.
Capitalizing on the flash as well. We'll see a Fnatic timeout coming out of this.
It's been a couple of rounds now, right? Well,
yeah,
I mean, a couple, literally two.
Literally two.
But enough that they want to put a timeout behind it. Why not?
I think probably just a chance to check in before the end of this half. Again, a few times people getting ahead of smokes and whatnot, punished for it. DRX certainly clawing their way back into this half. Again, it's going to be Crashy's the only one with an ultimate here. Beside DRX, it's freeing, but Flashback just one away. I do see the operator back in hand for him as well. Who's kind of, yeah, a few rounds actually. Flashback has been able to either find the first blood or control the space outside C. Really effectively, setting something in motion elsewhere, whereas previously, mid to late round, you're seeing somebody glance into B and catching sight of freeing, but there not really being a plan in place to address that. And that's when, you know, Boaster or Alpha falling early outside A does become a bit of a concern.
Yeah.
We'll switch things around a little bit coming out of that for DRX.
Yeah, where's Flashback? Now, towards B this time. Okay. Could still help out, but it is a bit of a split start.
Well, I think certainly for Fnatic, the discussion has been around taking the space back because 3 players committed early. They're going to go forwards.
The standoff to start with, right? Clear the box, go through the motions. Maybe try and find if that operator is in play. Ooh. Unconfirmed, but accurate. Clear this wall above a minute if they can. This time, no damage received from Boaster.
Again, freeing, already poised with the ultimate.
Timing on that. But you've got to be patient with Fnatic. You never know if it's quite the full in or if it is a fake. But now we can see it looks like it's building up to a full site take here. Oh no, and Free's gone down. That was the ult gone. This should be the go signal. Green light. Maybe not. Bane.
Down.
Stop Crashies, which does remove a little bit of that info game they could have played. Does need downstairs welcome to fall off this and wait for the cavalry to arrive.
Certainly no. Brings it to a 4v4.
Oh, they're so paranoid about there being a lurk.
Hitting the brakes.
We'll wait things out now. Again, utility going to be pretty comfortable for DRX here in terms of the retake. Cycle the operator across to Marco. See a glance back towards B and now set their sights towards Fnatic.
Clearing side itself. They're still back to try and get rid of him. Water playing in the smokes. But Fnatic are good at this. Boaster is good at this post plant. Flashback, probably the one to get the challenge. He's got it, and he wins it. Boaster already going to find Bane, though. That's a player on the spike itself. Hyunmin now tries his hand at his luck. Not working out. It's out for a Boaster. I told you. Put that boy in this position. He'll give you the round. Fnatic now starting to get themselves back on track, up to 7.
And it's only really, freeing spammed out here. You can see it immediately, the awareness there from Fnatic, right, go. The most we're walking into is 1 or 2, considering how DRX have played the last 3 or 4 rounds. Beautiful read of the game. And a wonky purchase in round 12. Stinger for freeing. Bulldog and a Guardian here as well. We do have Flashback's ult now. Side of Fnatic still got Crashies in the back pocket.
Clear on B. DRX at about the 1 minute 10. Oh, what is this? Oh my god. What the hell is going on? Mike, this is an absolute mess. There's just a brawl in spawn.
Yeah.
It's a 1-for-1 trade out somehow. The ult on top from freeing?
I mean, but it's so shallow that it's so easy to avoid by 2, potentially 3 players. And Kayak will punish freeing as well to try and get some information back in their favor. Yeah, very bizarre to see.
I don't know if there was just a layer missing to that plan. That's meant to come from maybe B pushing up at the same time.
Well, they did find the kill outside B, but...
Yeah.
30 seconds left.
Very odd. Arms wide open here for Crashies.
Face your fear!
And an attempt made by Flashback, but this round looks like it was kind of chalked. I don't know what the game plan was, but Fnatic played it much better than expected, or handled it better than expected, as Hyunmin makes a individual attempt. Now just Marco in a 1v4, taking the wind out of maybe DRX's sails after what was a good turn of events for them. Getting up to 4 rounds, could have been 5. It certainly won't be now. 4 to 8. Fnatic showing a lot of diligence here on this map.
Certainly look as if they've got themselves a good read on how DRX are approaching the series now. Yeah, just very strange to see this sort of gamble in the final round of the first half.
Diving back into this second half here in the third map, we will be checking in on that Coinbase econ report in just a second. To catch you up to speed on what's been happening in the first, though, it has been quite one-sided.
Yeah.
Fnatic up on 8, DRX held on 4. There was a couple of rounds back-to-back, quick timeout called, and it was back to business for Fnatic.
Absolutely, as we do get a chance to look in here, no surprise to see the Fnatic players out in front in this regard, but Alpha, yeah, really the one that we've certainly had our eyes on, considering the way this series started for him.
Yeah, true.
It's good to see him with a smile on his face now.
Does look very different, doesn't it? Now, I do want to bring into context, though, the DRX are about to go on to, what, the attacking side, right? So, I'd give it a little bit more focus here. The comp has worked so far. I like this comp. How do you feel about it? How do you haven't checked back in?
I mean, I love seeing Waylay get more playtime now. It's certainly refreshing in terms of some of the go-to comps we've seen across the map pool, especially this current map pool as well.
Absolutely.
But I got to say, DRX kind of feel like they're half in, half out. In terms of this series, what we've seen in Paris so far, I was so impressed with DRX.
Same. Absolutely same.
Haven't seen them maintain.
I feel like we've seen it only in halves. That's it. We've seen it in halves on both maps, pretty much. Let's see now. We dive in. Sheriffs are out for Kayak and Alpha. On the other side, Ghosts and Classics. DRX on that attack now.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be praying.
Here.
They'll get this pistol on the board here. Smoke will drop. Reveal goes in. It is dealt with. So I won't get any confirmation of numbers, but certainly presence.
A little ratty corner. Does get so much play. Oh! I need it from his POV. Prius, if you don't mind. Now, at this point, though, it was a gamble stack, right? Fnatic put a lot of players behind this. Now, obviously, maybe it's prep-based, but still, it's worked well to get that first. But they've continued their effort. They haven't stopped. They've carried on walking all the way through spawn. And if you're DRX, you might have a slight idea, but it ain't anytime soon. Gonna try and take side control, but Marco, when that penny dropped, Alpha, how are you clearing that?
Still holding that, by the way. As that Flashback's in such a good position to backstab.
Oh, Alpha! I'd love to have seen one of these, but
30 seconds left.
Hyunmin and Marco trying to recover what feels like a ill-fated round now.
Planted.
Does he get another? Oh, he certainly went for it, and he left them in a very vulnerable position.
Damage is done. 20 HP for Marco, 45 for Hyunmin. A 3v2 here in favor of Fnatic.
Shadows traveling.
Still got the paranoia to work with as well.
Imagine you make something out of it. You're hoping for mistakes, right? It's a weird choice, but they've still got the additional body to put on the line here. If you started, who goes first? Marco tries to draw the eyes. Chronicle does find him, and Kayak closes down the account on towards Hyunmin. But this round was started and basically ended by the man on the screen.
I just can't believe he's still holding on to that. The fact that Fnatic push all the way through.
Destroyed.
So good.
Beautiful shot. Again, Flashback, I think he just assumes he has a load of space.
That damn smile.
It's another pistol delivered basically by Alpha in this series, who's been just phenomenal.
Do you remember Haven? He was the one who got it started on that second half as well. Oh! That's a brutal little lineup at the start. Sees as well. Won't get to live, but holding the cavalry, and this is a Hail Mary of a weapon invested. They need something to go right. Quick rotations, they're believing in this fast. I mean, you got Alpha on the other side of the map. He's got two sites, it's all right.
Yeah, basically.
If we put four of us here, we might be able to equate to one Alpha.
This is the thing Fnatic love to do when he's playing the way he is.
It's a luxury, but it's one that they have, they can afford here. But Flashback has found a bit of space. But in the meantime, there's Bulldogs in hand. Chronicles here as well. Flashback tries to do a bit of damage. You're looking at freeing, but sadly, probably not the player you want to be up against.
Alpha, you can see just the moments consideration for it. Being desperate to find Alpha.
No! Don't you dare let him! Don't you dare let him! Put the knife away! Put the knife away!
Oh, it's brutal.
That's a mental boom right there.
Yeah, and it's that sort of thing that makes you think Fnatic feel as if they've got this one in the bag now.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, this is scary times. Odin's coming out too. It's like bonus plus Odin.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Which they're stacked up on the other side. They got spammed off this angle.
Here we go. To see how they walk away from this season's in. Good bit of chip, I believe. And Human trying to get closer, but he's taking a lot on the way for it. I think he's down to 51. In actuality, freeing as well, taking a lot of chip here.
I mean, they are lucky to not have taken more damage there. Yeah, like I said in the previous round, it was only a Sheriff, but close to catching a headshot.
I get scared when they come towards Alpha. Rotation through B. Gonna be heard. Or it can be stopped is another thing. Alpha falls over the rest of the team. Hyunmin's already made it through, but he's taken all that damage earlier on.
Well, look at the rotation that they've pulled.
Again, maybe off that info of freeing.
Oh my god, they're not going to check him.
This could be the saving grace.
Crash has checked it.
Crashies, how are you checking this? So heads up from him. And now they look a little lost in this. Freeing is doing work though. Trying to slow down rotations, cost them comfort. As Alpha clears this. 30 seconds, running late now. This Odin is going to be lethal. He's going to catch the clone rather than the players who are going to try and curtail right around towards Street. Get that spike down. Marco tries to get up close and personal, bring that Stinger to range. Flashback still holding on. Desperate to do some damage to give him a chance here.
An advantage here for Fnatic. 3v2. Flashback only on a Guardian.
Does he feel brave enough to go around the world? I don't think he does. But Bane putting up a good performance now.
There.
They're going to have to work to clear backside. Flashback committing to holding the cross. Looking unsure and hesitant. He gets his head removed. And now Flashback has to hit some big boy shots, and only one was never going to be enough here. Kayak still alive, defused on the cards. Fnatic closing in on 12.
Plenty of time left here. Oh, just caught a glimpse.
But that's crazy from him.
Like I said, even so, the fact that he's checking this.
Super, super diligent.
Yeah.
Like, the impact of that would have been maybe, at worst, a kill. At best, potentially 2. And that backline pressure. Oh my god, the money.
It's just brutal as well. Map 3 of a series, a bonus conversion for Fnatic up to 11. It's just excruciating for DRX.
It does feel like pulling teeth almost with these guys right now. They can't get on the same page, it feels like. And everything they do is being countered, controlled, handled. Any of those like small percentile plays are not working. Flashback, what's the plan? Try and hold this with the judge. A pop flash. Kayak's here. So's Alpha. It does nothing! Anytime you think you've got something on your side, this team will absolutely remind you nothing will go your way. It's a clear-cut case as Fnatic push up to 12. And DRX are left in the dirt.
Left in absolute tatters. We'll have an operator to invest here, but Fnatic now feeling the rhythm that they've created themselves here on map 3. Well, actually, second guessing himself. Flashback will revert back to a rifle. But a flash in the pan here in the second half of Lotus. Could be all we get from DRX here.
Truly. I almost feel sad to see it capitulate like this after what's been a great first 2 maps back and forth the whole way. That pedigree kicking in for Fnatic, but not quite for DRX. Flashback, he's just been mangled trying to go through towards A.
The run and gun with an Odin from Boaster.
I told you, the stars just keep aligning for Fnatic. Everything they do is right.
Alpha playing much deeper on site here, just one off the lockdown, so a chance for him to get a huge tool online in terms of a potential retake here.
I'll find you.
Bane trying to plant the seed of doubt. Oh, actually, Kayak, yeah.
Something. That will bring a player back. That costs them a little bit of presence, but
I mean, the tag was still there, freeing down to 10 HP.
30 seconds left.
Game on the line now. Series point, 20 seconds. You got to make your play. And this is it. They're putting all the eggs in this basket, and it's all towards Alpha. Playing patient, but the stall's in, leaving with those final seconds to try and stick this. Try and get that plant in. Great from Human. Digging deeper, taking away Chronicle. Plant is in play, but they're losing out on the players as we speak. Human overwhelmed. Fnatic nearly there, but the turnaround, Bane, beautiful. Crash, he's left in a 1v2. His game sense has been unreal. Can he find Freeing? Can he find Bane?
Doesn't look as if he has any idea where Freeing's repositioned to.
Clearing deep is costing him time.
Yeah.
He had to do it, had to go for it. Bold on the cross, but can he clear the site in time? Freeing played very well here, but he does go down. It's a 1v1. He spots Bane. Horn up in 3, 7 bullets. Please. Crashies. The time is running low. You've got to make your move. The Horn gives away the game, and Bane just has to play his life. DRX clinging to theirs at 5-12. A desperate attempt. They will live to fight another round.
And it's really the kill on Kayak that makes this possible. And Bane plays so late over towards the other side of the map. Again, it's drawing an extra man. That puts DRX in a position to find only their 5th. And look at the buy coming out of it. Yeah, it's not as if that gifts them a way back into this map.
Now you got operators, Odins, ults against you. The odds are stacked. And Flashback is buried by Crashies. Red in the smoke. Freeing. How much can he give him this time? He's stalwart in that B approach. Patience on display.
Dropping spike.
3 players on C site this time, Mike. The odds are not looking in their favor. As that shot does go astray as Kayak. Still going on duty. Not going to come in. Does he stay? No, he leaves. Maybe the right choice. Respect given, and only for a second. As Chronicle catching the cross, leaving just 2 breathing. Make it just 1, freeing the final man. Can he make a stand here? All goes for it. Why not? You've got to put it all on the line now. Paint Shell pushing him away. Prowler confirming presence. Crashies knows. He's surrounded on all fronts, Mike. I don't think there's a way out of this for him. There absolutely is not. Fnatic simply untouchable on this map.
What a fantastic recovery as well. Across the series in general, sure, DRX obviously closing out map 2, but this was DRX's to lose in terms of that first half of Haven.
Oh my god, I just realized it's Boaster against Mini next. Oh,
well, we said
DRX is gonna have to face G2.
Yeah, we said pick your poison.
God. Oh man, that's gonna be such a classic game of I've taught you everything you know, but not everything I do. I can't wait for that one, but what a banging series between these two guys. I mean, the map 3 felt like they just ran out of steam for DRX. That depth just not quite there.
I tend to agree with that. It's again, whether or not it's a consideration with the veto, but certainly here, like I said, with their performance on Ascent, this was DRX's to lose.
Yeah.
Especially considering the fact that that man right there showed up to play. I made a comment to you. I felt like he was absent in the previous series compared to the form we